Welcome everyone to Coriander Society Adventures, and welcome to
D20 Deathmatch!
That's right. We are back with the continuation of our crossover arc, Fate of the Faithful. I am Tormented by Gnomes. I will be your game master today. Joining us is our special guest star, Mudcat, Ninja Man Matt, and Pods of War. They aren't guest stars. Mudcat's a guest star. They aren't special. Pods is special. Ninja Man Matt is okay.
This is my universe. You're all guests here.
That's true. That's true.
You're the guest stars, not me.
Very special guest star, Tormented by Gnomes, Ninja Man Matt, and Pods of War, along with series regular Mudcat. How are things with
the Coriander Society.
The entire society in one guy.
Society. It's all me.
It took us so long to make that a major plot point that he's just like, I'll do it myself.
It's my name.
Wait, did Mudcat just Thanos the Coriander Society?
I think he did. Which, you know,
Perfect
somebody
balance.
had to. Oh, man.
I want to be the star.
I want to be the guy. All right. When we last left our heroes, they were traveling through the void, the domain of the Grand Master and her supposedly loyal ancient servant, the Arbiter, who plots even now against her with the help of his minions, the children of the void, drawn from all of time and space across multiple realities. This, what's a good word? Garrulous group of malevolent murderers is plotting to weaken the Arbiter's reign, and their latest recruit is none other than Ralzamon, Master of the Unknown, plucked from the world of Yord right before his final defeat at the hands of Asena and John Carmichael. Our heroes followed him and have been allied with the faithful, those who are resisting the Arbiter's attempts to sow discord, dissent, disaster throughout the void, operating in secret. So far, they have rescued the spy Kenny and successfully swapped out a magical silver ewer that can access the ethereal plane with a fake. Having recently returned to the home of the faithful, our story resumes basically here. Y'all successfully escaped from the tumult, the place made from the body of an astral titan and flowing with ectoplasmic goo. You swapped out there were a couple of nasty customers who were there looking for it. You dipped through secret passageways, and you've made your way back the same way that you came, doubling through some side alleys to avoid suspicion thanks to Kenny's knowledge. And you have now returned to the home base of the faithful. Is there anything you want to do before Lawrence Booker Green, who has been traveling with you but not on these specific adventures, catches up with you because he has something he wants to say? I'm going to open the field to you all first.
I am very glad that we were successful in our mission. I cannot believe we almost got caught after planning this perfect heist, but thank goodness that weird candle moon thing and all those Lacunian soldiers didn't spot us. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was interesting escape to say the least. Well, what kind of place was that? Have you experienced any sort of shadow realm like that before?
The ethereal plane. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's kind of a realm of shadows. It's more like a realm of fog, really, if you think about it. It's the place between places. Yeah, I'm somewhat familiar with it. I normally travel the astral with this one here. That's kind of been our modum operandi for travel as of late. But hey, this is pretty great.
Yep. It's all new to me. Portals don't really have any sort of in between. It's an A to B situation.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess supposedly, technically, not to Asena, but yeah.
Lawrence gets
There
up.
is an A
You
to a
have
B.
to see the bigger picture.
Lawrence gets up and snaps shut a book he's been reading, and he says, I think we might be outside the bigger picture. Frankly speaking.
Sorry, I'm just shooting the shit. Go ahead.
Did you have an or, John?
Oh, I was just going to talk about microcosms, and we could be too close to the situation to really know what's going on. But no, yeah, let's just say we're outside the picture. Go on, please.
Yes. As I was saying, under normal circumstances within our known cosmology, there is no A to B. All transit occurs through an intermediary medium, in most cases in teleportation, the astral plane. Wherever we are, those things don't apply. We're outside that. We're past that. The only reason there even is an ethereal here is when all these different bits and pieces of world arrived here, they brought with them their coterminous planes. There's a bit of ethereal, a bit of astral, a bit of shadow clinging in bits and pieces to these different realms that have been brought here. But it's not part of the bigger picture. There's no direct connection here. Yes, exactly.
Like you couldn't go through one of these to get elsewhere. It's all connected here now. It's all kind of become this weird little microcosm.
We got here somewhere, but normal means aren't going to cut it. He taps the tuning
So
fork
we're
he showed
stuck
you.
here.
I'm not willing to say that yet. But getting home might be a little more complicated.
If we could get the Arbiter to rip open a portal like they did to grab, Ralzamon, that would be a pretty easy out. I'm sure the Grand Master could do something very similar. Things can come here.
Good luck forcing the Arbiter to do anything.
I'm thinking less of a force.
Hey, Arbiter, we just killed Ralzamon, so can you please send us back home, please? Thanks.
Although
You think that's how it's gonna go?
If you killed
thinking more
Ralzamon
along
in
the
one-to-one combat, he might. Maybe.
It's possible. I was thinking more along the lines of tricking the Arbiter. If, for instance, they needed to replace Ralzamon and wanted to find another agent to do their bidding in the moments in which they open up the portal to pull that poor unlucky soul, we happen to make sure that we can go through. That's an option. I'm sure there's quite a few.
Could be, although I think it might be hard to trick him. He's a man who faked his own kidnapping once. Very, very clever, this one.
Crap.
Could be done.
Lyrus, this single combat thing. How would that work?
How would you kill the Arbiter in single combat?
No. You said that if you killed Ralzamon, that might be a ticket home, right?
Oh, yeah.
We're just talking about the games. If we were to
potentially,
when they,
But
I mean, you could challenge him to a. I'm not saying it would work. I'm just saying maybe. I don't know. Here, the Arbiter seems to be putting together a strong force. He might respect someone who could, give the axe to his number two.
But how would we convince him to use that as a ticket home? I imagine he just wants to give them that person's job.
Oh yeah, I don't think it's a good idea. I just think it's an idea.
Okay. All right.
Well, so wait.
What if we made a bet? Does he like bets?
Actually, yes, he's known to be a little bit of a gambler.
Does he keep his bets?
I guess he would.
I can't really say.
I guess it doesn't really work because, he would want to keep Ralzamon. So how would a bet work where I'm like, if I kill Ralzamon, you send me home? I think it needs some work.
Yeah, I think it's we are talking about the man who killed my father, so I'm not really inclined to deal with him politely.
Lawrence acts like he had completely forgotten that.
Lawrence, correct me if I'm wrong. Your line of questioning, it likely, maybe, possibly has to do with the fact that people, it seems on the regular, are summoned from other planes of existence brought here to do battle in gladiatorial combat, and regardless of the status of their victory, they're sent home, and usually none the wiser. It seems as though Asena was able to retain their knowledge of the going-ons of this place, but obviously they're brought from somewhere and they're sent back. There's a portal that's open in some regard. Maybe we could hijack that.
Maybe, but I haven't seen if their power leaves any sort of weak point or ripple or tunnel to and from the void. The only plan I have so far is that Ralzamon was directly pulled from Yord into this void. And right now, he is two echoes of the same person combined. And one of those echoes still originally belongs in Yord. My hope is if we can extract that, we can use its tenuous connection to go back home. But it's completely unproven.
Hey, how about a thought? You said there's two echoes of Ralzamon. The one that came here and participated in gladiatorial combat, and the other one that was from Yord. Is there an Echo Asena?
I don't know.
Why would I have an echo?
Lyrus,
Well.
do you know anything else about what happened to Ralzamon after the first gladiatorial battle?
Oh, let's see. I remember it was a fight in the halls of the Dread Fortress itself, in the kitchen, I believe. It was a spectacle. Let's see, something about him being lactose intolerant. But after they die in the arena, I don't particularly know what happens. The Arbiter is in charge of obtaining the participants. He's also in charge of disposing of them. Should they lose, I'm not quite sure what happens to them after he takes them away, but apparently he's resurrected Ralzamon in some fashion.
Okay, that's exactly it. Asena was returned home by the Grandmaster as a champion. Therefore, she wouldn't have left an echo here. The Arbiter must have somehow used the version of Ralzamon that was summoned to this place and kept it. So Ralzamon was restored to the original world, not as a champion, but the Arbiter kept an echo of him, that version of him, I don't know what you want to call it, a variant, kept it here, and then when he was able to grab both of them at the moment of death is when he created this fusion. So if he's been taking these losers of combat, those who have fallen in combat, and harvesting them, he might be using them for his own purposes, which may allow us to split them up.
It does make a certain amount of sense. He has been amassing an army, and champions, whether they victorious or not, would be considerable foes.
Also, that bit about lactose intolerant, Ralzamon doesn't have a body. But here he does.
Sure didn't like milk in the arena.
Then yeah, that just speaks to this either being an alternate Ralzamon or just a version of him that was constructed from Josiah Parsons, his original name, and brought here. Either way...
We did say that there are multiple Josiah Parsons / Ralzamons across, apparently, multiple different dimensions. It's possible that it is an entirely different one.
So my hope is that the one from our world still exists in a state of tension, tying it back to our world. Or at least that we can use sympathetic magic as an anchor.
Well, in any case, regardless of how we figure out how we can try and worm our way through a portal, whether we trick, defeat, or bargain with the Arbiter, we still need to make sure that we come up with a plan of action of how we're going to get there and how we're going to go about this. The whole point of grabbing this urn of sorts was to ensure that we could transport an army, right?
Well, he looks over at Lyrus. I think the faithful had their own plans for it. I don't
That's
know
what I mean. That was the faithful's
right.
plan, right? Was to be able to transport troops across a large distance without any knowledge of such a movement.
I mean,
I'll
ethereal
be honest,
travel.
the inner workings of the device are a little above my pay grade. I've been told we can move troops with it. We can potentially summon those from outside the void, although I think that would take still a considerable amount of magic. Potentially, it could return you home even if someone knows how to use it correctly.
The deep ethereal. If we have a beacon leading us back, John, it's possible the deep ethereal could still work.
Okay, well, that sounds like a much easier ticket than trying to convince or trick the Arbiter. John moves over to Lyrus, puts a hand on his shoulder. My friend, what more do you need of me and my companion before we try to attempt to get ourselves out of here?
No, I don't think I have any right to ask more than you're already seeking. If you could...
but I offered.
True, but even still, you're a guest here in our home, so we'll only ask so much of you. But if you could potentially see this through, help us. This Ralzamon is a thorn in your side as much as he is in ours. So, two birds with one stone, if you will.
And so what would you ask of us? Are we storming a citadel?
Well, I suppose we'd have to locate Ralzamon. Might talk to our network, although you seem to be fairly capable at finding out information that wants to remain hidden. Maybe you could ferret out his location and we could join forces together and solve your problems and deliver a significant blow to the Arbiter's forces.
That sounds grand. Although I tried taking a stab at finding Ralzamon when I was looking for Kenny, and there wasn't a lot of information to be had. John turns to Lawrence. Perhaps there's a different method of divining such information we could call upon?
Yes. First off, does anyone here have any possessions, belongings, or even best, pieces of Josiah Parsons, aka Ralzamon? Trophies, prized belongings, anything that could serve as a link to him. And while you ponder that, Lyrus, when Asena contacted the dead spirits and we saw for a moment, that was in the, Eastern Stronghold?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay. Would the Arbiter be hiding anything or anyone there at this time?
It's hard to say. Granted, the eastern outpost is the stronghold past the outpost is it's a known location. We stormed it. When we thought the Arbiter had been kidnapped, we stormed it to attack the Children of the Void, hoping to rescue him before we knew of his treachery. But it is a known location. Not that we have. It's a considerable distance. I don't think the Grand Master would have an army garrisoned there or patrolling it. It is possible they've reacquired the territory.
Okay. Does anywhere else, if the Arbiter wanted to hide something, I've only barely started to fathom this void, but if the Arbiter wanted to hide something, is there any place inhospitable, poorly explored, dangerous, where no one would go, where he would put someone?
Well, now that I think about it, there is a section of the void particularly dangerous and unknown, even in this unknown place. We call it the Shadowlands. It's a realm of darkness and creatures of the night. I know for a fact, I've seen them with my own eyes. The Arbiter has pulled such creatures to his aid once or twice. He does have an affinity for the darker shadows, as it were.
Yes.
Could be a place to begin our search.
Okay. And do the faithful have any eyes or information whatsoever there?
I could see we've sent envoys out that way several times. Some have returned, some haven't. It's a very dark, mysterious place. Very hostile, hard to survive. So, what information we do have is very limited. There are a few strongholds towards the center. There's tale of a large castle. Spike in nature, almost an obelisk, if you will, in the middle of these Shadowlands. But whether that is the hiding place of this Ralzamon or any of the Arbiter's forces has really remained to be seen. No one's ever really mapped the entire location.
Okay, that's a start. John, Asena, anything that we could possibly use as a sympathetic link to Ralzamon?
I think so. Perhaps, yes. John fishes through his pack, withdrawing that weird ceremonial chalice that he and Chester had taken from back when Asena was interviewing her matey mom and Josiah Parsons had possessed her.
Oh, from her secret occult chamber, right? Dang,
this seemed to have some kind of connection. I'm not certain how sympathetic it is, but and he tosses it over to Lawrence. This is probably the best that I have. John turns to Asena. Unless you've snatched something off of his... We haven't really ever met him, but did you ever grab any goo when you punched him?
A depiction of him, anything you can think of, Asena, would be helpful.
Yes.
I don't think me drawing a picture would be very helpful.
No. Asena, you have that. And John's gonna do his best rendition of remembering what it looks like, and he's gonna have his VR set produce a simulacrum of the photo that she has that details everyone that was along the trip when her family initially went out to Zoki and Jungle, including Josiah Parsons.
The sepia tone crinkled picture that you took from Foster Talon's apartment way back when, right? When he almost died to ninjas?
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right,
if
does
we put
Asena
the
still
photo
have
within the
that?
chalice, I don't see why not.
Yeah, I mean, if she picked it up, she would still have it.
Okay. So there's a moment where she's like, where is it? Snacks, gum wrappers.
Poisonous
It's
mushroom.
it's
Here we are.
probably like folded into fours.
Okay. He delicately takes this photograph, and it's got it depicts a group of people all dressed spiffily in their strange clothing of this 1930s world. Largely, nothing's too outlandish for the Void, right? But it's definitely uncommon. All of them gathered together. They must have been standing for a while with this old-timey photograph that took a picture of all of them in front of their airship just before they began their ill-fated expedition. So Lawrence will take the photograph, and he'll take the ceremonial chalice, and he'll say, okay, I'll be right back. He steps out of the room, looks for the Seer, and says, excuse me. I suspect I could benefit from your assistance.
The Seer's standing, staring at a wall. Yes, of course. I was just admiring the artwork here. As he turns, what could I be of assistance with?
I'm conducting a divination ritual to locate a specific individual. There was mental contact earlier with this person using Asena as a channel, a brief vision of Ralzamon's merger. I'm using these sympathetic items as a link. I'm wondering if your sight could guide me.
Yes, potentially. I think that I might be able to help you, though the one you speak of has certainly clouded my vision as of late. His presence here in the void is unsettling, to say the least. But let's give it a go.
Okay. And so Lawrence is going to walk out of the room into another chamber with the Seer to go conduct a ritual. It's probably going to take like 10 minutes. The three of you are welcome to wait here until, and just, press the wait key set it to 10 minutes until the ritual is done, or anything else you'd like to do. Let me know when you'd like to proceed to the next scene.
Question, how much time has it been since we returned from our adventure? Enough for any sort of rest? Or
You may have a long rest. You're
that's all
gonna
I
need
ask.
it.
Yep.
All I ask is the maximum rest.
All I ask is to get every single one of my hit points, abilities, and features back. It's not much of an ask. It's the least you can do, to be quite frank. But that's all I want, is the thing.
Frankly,
and I'd like to give everyone 14 temporary hit points. So, there's that too.
Oh,
All right.
gosh.
You don't have to have them if you don't want.
What
I
is
think
this? What is the subject of this heroic speech, by the way? What's the topic? You don't need to give me the whole thing, but like, what's the thesis line? What's the header on this heroic speech?
John is literally just reading an excerpt from the Lord of the Rings, specifically The Return of the King. He takes out the book and he is reading the speech that King Theoden dictates to their troops as they are heading off into battle in order to defend Gondor from the impending doom that the orcs of Mordor are bringing upon them. Arise, riders of Theoden! Today is a sword day, a red day, ere the sun rises! And he's giving just this very impassioned speech.
He's fully reenacting it, doing the stage direction as well.
He has the VR equipment fully activated. He's straight up riding a horse. Instead of riding a horse, he's actually on Lyrus' shoulders. And he is
with
just
holograms for the horse and everything.
Yeah, but it has Lyrus' face like in the front of the chest, so we all know he's there and present.
You could have done a perfect photorealistic horse, but you chose to add to the hologram like the cartoon, the parade costume thing.
Exactly. And he's giving this full-blown rendition. Gondor's in the background, the fields are there, everything looks slightly scuffed but magnificent, and he's dictating to a room that barely cares. People are like halfway watching, and that's the subject of his inspiring speech.
Okay. Is Asena paying attention? Eating snacks? Sorry, go ahead, Lyrus. You first.
Good talk.
Yeah, you wrote that?
No. Well, no. No, that is not. No.
Oh.
But it's nice. It's really nice.
It is inspiring.
I'm not much of a history buff myself.
All right.
I'm just rolling this for my own S&Gs. Yeah, that was a natural one. John falls off the Lyrus horse halfway during the speech and keeps climbing back on and keeps falling off. It's very distracting.
It's not so much an
But
inspiring
the
speech.
message is still good.
It's not so much an inspiring speech as it is a what's the word I'm looking for?
The speech is inspiring. John is not.
There we go. Yeah, it's an amusing speech. It's an amusing speech.
Exactly.
All
Gets
right.
everyone pumped and ready.
So while he goes ahead and deploys that, the Seer and Lawrence emerge. There's a thin trail of blood leaking from Lawrence's ear. He clutches at it. The Seer seems to be largely fine. He's got the photo and the chalice, and he's shutting his eyes like he's just got the worst hangover in the world. He'll go ahead and slump against a bench nearby, having absolutely just been through the ringer with this divination ritual, despite the fact that the Seer seemed to be completely unaffected, and was in fact helpful, but had no idea why Lawrence was acting like any of this was difficult the entire time.
It's just a bit of divination. I don't understand what the big deal is.
We had to pierce through a mental fortress and the inherent draining effects of the Shadowlands that takes a toll on a person.
You call that a mental fortress? Oh boy.
Lawrence bites his lip for a moment. Takes several. You can see his nostrils flare with discipline. He's a trained archivist. He regularly invokes powers beyond mortal comprehension and gets this close to dealing with devils. But somehow this is what tries his patience.
John puts a hand. John puts a hand on Lawrence's shoulder and kind of whispers, "Hey, do you want me to make him look like he's in a chicken suit or something? Would that help?"
How's the Seer's hearing?
I don't know. Let me find out.
Roll perception to detect shit talk.
I wasn't expecting to roll for. I gotta find it.
It's on there.
Let me just pull out this character sheet for a character. I wasn't
don't worry.
planning
Don't
on
worry. I
making
got
rolls
it.
for.
Oh yeah. Okay. It's perceptions.
All right.
15.
Versus an 18 for the stage whisper. So I think that he's made it. Lawrence waves you off. Shadowlands. Lyrus is right.
That's tough, huh?
Between the warding that's up and just the Shadowlands inherently defy divination. It's like trying to find a dark pebble in a puddle of oil. It's very sticky. It clings to you afterwards. Not good.
I'm with the sage, though. I don't know how your ears are bleeding from that. I mean, if anything, your hand should be sticky, but... John winks at him.
Okay. All right. Balzamon's in the Shadowlands. I didn't get a very good look. I have a rough location. It is not going to be easy. It's an isolated... The terrain there makes no sense. You've got areas that are dark ashen plains. You've got twisted landscapes and rock outcroppings. And then you've just got nothingness, openings that go down to unknown depths. It's not at that central spire that Lyrus described. I can see it in the distance. Down there, it's almost like the equivalent of the Dread Fortress. It's visible almost everywhere, or it's just hints at being visible everywhere you go. Its shadow is visible everywhere you go. Its exact location is obscured. It's not there. It's in a smaller stronghold that lies outside of it, near its shadow. It's floating isolated by a rift. There's something moving down there. I can get you a rough location. It is heavily guarded and watched. The whole vision was blurry, but there are towers, there are weapons, there are sentries. Ralzamon is inside of it all. I wish I could tell you more, but it was shrouded.
Okay, but Shadowlands, that's a good... Was that a goat? Interesting.
The Seer did mention something about your future. I didn't understand. I paid it no mind.
Excellent. No, but in all seriousness, the Shadowlands. Okay, Lyrus, how are we going to go about getting there?
If
Your
I gave
portal
you
opens
the
up
rough
to
location,
Shadowlands, right?
if I gave you coordinates or just like pointed on a map, how would you go about getting there?
Well, I mean, we could always walk. Little slow, but if you could give me a mental picture, some sort of a concrete idea of the location that you've seen.
Right.
I
No
can't
maps.
guarantee it, but I might be able to summon a portal.
Okay.
It's not an exact science, but I could get close, maybe.
Okay. I was standing in the shadow of the central dark spire. The shadow cast by the light of the Dread Fortress. It's as if the Dread Fortress was the sun, the spire was the sundial, and I was directly in its shadow moments ago.
John uses VR to start making, as best he can, a visual representation of what Lawrence is describing in the center of the hall that they're in.
Okay.
I think I might be able to get us there. It would take some effort, but I think I'm up to it. Although we should probably prepare first before we go. We'll definitely want to. He's gonna start searching around the chests of like random weapons and shit around this place. Oh no, that's not it. He's gonna turn around and pull out some just some plain wooden stakes to give to John and Asina. And as he looks at Asina, for the vampiric kobolds.
What?
You heard him.
Don't worry about it.
Kobolds.
You'll
Hold
know
on,
when to use
I'm
it.
updating the dungeon map. Give me a second.
Okay.
While you're rifling through
they have-
things,
They have pack tactics, just so you know.
while you're rifling through things, Mudcat, roll 1d100 for me, please.
Okay. 28.
28. Okay. There is a potion. One of the things that you're rifling through that you're able to discover that it can be set aside for this mission from the reserves of the faithful. Pods, roll 1d10.
Okay. Where did it go? 1d10.
4. A potion of force resistance.
Was that? I like it.
Well, you can have it.
You-
Add it to your inventory.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Why do I need force resistance?
Good question. You just carry it, all right? You don't have to like drink it. If you start hitting yourself, then you'll be on top of that, all right?
Okay.
Okay, let me get some vampiric kobolds here. While I'm taking care of the vampiric kobolds, what other preparations would the party like to make?
John's going to be checking in with their newly acquired friends, and he's going to go ahead and tap the Hextech Master on the shoulder. Hey, you were working with Ralsamon for quite some time. You happen to have any insight on this shadow place and how to get in and out? How did you end up finding us?
Oh, they didn't put us there. Ralsamon just sort of went in from... hold on, let me see if I can...
Yes, I, with my great big brain, know where they are. Go here now, and kill them, for I am the master of things other people are unaware of.
We never actually
You are
saw
very
the
funny.
guy.
I love that about you.
We never actually saw the guy. We just... You know, the COTV, they've got little nests and cells hidden all over the place, and... Just kicked up one of those places.
You know, I was hoping there's a possibility maybe you've been to the main HQ. It's fine.
Yeah.
I understand. It's cool.
Worth a shot. But Rosamund's the ticket out of here, right? Yeah, I would be more than happy to go with you because something about eliminating every version of you and tearing your soul down to a molecular level across all of space and time would like to not do that.
Yeah, big same. That seems to be the fate of any that go up against the Arbiter.
I've never actually seen him do it, but I'd just rather not, all things being
That seems to be the threat of the fate of anyone that goes up against the Arbiter.
All right, yeah, you let me know when you're good to go. I've got everything. Everything's charged up and ready.
Fantastic. I think that we're just about good to go. John just checks in and is just going to see how things are going along with his cat's knife.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, he's pretty
Your
pretty
cat
set.
has a knife.
I should probably give this to you. I finished it as soon as you left the first day. It was child's play.
Oh, interesting.
As he gives you this knife, and it's super. It's got a Damascus pattern on it, but it's almost
I love Damascus.
it's almost got a rainbow sheen to it, almost like an oil slick. It kind of bends the light around it as the seer hands you this knife with this interesting pattern effect on the light. It's not my best work, but it's something. I think your cat will do just fine with it.
And how do we go about attaching this to Chester? How do they go about wielding this? Is this like they put it in the mouth? Is this going to be mounting onto their tail? What's the main way in which they'll be wielding this?
I mean, if it's really his preference. Every cat fights with a knife differently, I think, but I can certainly find a tail harness if you'd like to attach it to the tail.
John looks over to Chester. Well, how do you want to go about wielding this cat knife, Chester? Are you a paw, tail, or fang kind of cat?
Chester makes the universal gesture for that anime that nobody here has watched, but John probably has.
Okay, I guess mouth it is.
Oh, good. That was the easier of the options. Has the seer hand you that knife to put in your cat's mouth? Weird sentence to say.
I was going to say r/new sentences.
Yes. John takes the knife to put in the cat's mouth from the sage that made the knife to give to the cat to put in the cat's mouth, and puts the knife in the cat's mouth.
All right. Does Asena have any preparation that she wants to do before you head out for what is hopefully the actual final confrontation with Ralzalon, Master of the Unknown?
I don't think she has any preparations.
Mhm.
She's ready.
Okay. She's been ready. She's been ready
Yeah.
for like 12 episodes.
Yeah.
I think something very important just got dropped into chat.
Oh, yeah. Asena, a cut the bullshit and tell us what we want to know card has been played. So
What is that?
it means you immediately gain one critical piece of information, possibly from somebody who's been holding out on you. And a Stabtiste card has been played.
Oh, we love Steptees.
Steptiste.
Stabtiste, yes.
He loves to stab.
Exactly. He loves to stab. So, Asena, you can get one critical piece of information or get somebody who's holding out on you to tell you what it is that they're holding out on. And Stabtiste gives a player a plus 1d6 inspiration die. I'm going to give it to John because John's the one that's been vaguely flirting with him this whole time. You can
Not vaguely. We've been pretty, consistently.
You can add this d6 to the damage of a stabbing attack or to a charisma check made while flirting.
Oh.
But it must be used before the end of the session.
Okay. Oh, end of the session. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You said a stabbing attack?
A stabbing attack. Not a shooting attack, not a piercing attack, a stabbing attack. It must be stab.
I'm just going to put Baptiste D6, and I'm going to try to use it. And if you tell me I can't, then I'll complain and be sad.
Okay. Anything else you guys want to do?
I guess Asaina's gonna go talk to Lawrence then.
Okay. Is he sitting over at his books, going through things?
Swear to me.
That's pretty cool. You found out all that stuff about how this place is different than like where we're from.
I've made the study of the multiverse one of my life's missions. So when things stop making sense, it's my job to make them make sense again.
I'm not sure anything ever makes sense for me.
Things make a lot more sense when you just have the strength to force them to. If it's confusing, you can just punch it.
You see, that's the problem. Once I punch something, it usually doesn't talk afterwards.
Well, what's that crown for?
I
still don't understand
okay,
how you
fair
have that.
point. What do you mean?
You've never been to Senapulker's tomb, right?
I've been there.
When? Aside from the time that... Aside
That
from
you
the
tried to kill me. I'm kidding.
Aside from
He's
that
not.
first time, when else would you have been there to take that?
Oh, we did like a little dreamscape thingy. But it wasn't like... It was like a dream, but we were also like really there. So I just took it from there when we visited it.
That's a mystery for another day. I would love to learn more about that after we get back to Yord.
We could go back and we could take a lot of things.
Great. Let's do exactly that. But first we have to get back, which means vanquishing Ralzamon once and for all.
Yeah. Am I gonna be able to see in this place?
It's going to be
How are we gonna...
It's going
how
to
are
be
we gonna
dark,
see?
but you're adapted for the dark, right?
Yeah, but lately darkness hasn't been like dark. It's been like darker than dark.
That's because you merely adopted the darkness. They were born in it, molded by it.
Is John? No, John can't initiate telepathy because I was gonna say he was literally just shit posting into the middle of this conversation with his mom.
No, but John was doing this though. You were merely molded by it.
John has that thing going on. He already put the dagger in the cat's mouth, so he's listening in. He's got really great hearing. He's got...
From my understanding, the Shadowlands are dark and there is magical darkness, but it's not everywhere. And at this fortress, what little I saw of it, there is an eerie, unearthly light emanating from beneath. That should be enough for your eyes to see in it.
Well, that's good to know. Are you coming with us?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? Sorry.
What do you mean you don't know?
You know Lawrence doesn't have an earpiece, right?
I know, but he's talking through a saying, and apparently everyone can hear what happens when we're doing this.
No, they can't. Not when you're on the radio.
Oh, that's what it's always been made seem like.
Well, is it like it's not a walkie-talkie? It's an earpiece, right? This comes from Lacunas. This is high-tech stuff. Then yeah, I can't listen.
That is correct.
I can't listen.
But are you... Are you like in the other room doing it? Or are you like in the same room?
John's like looking around the corner every now and then.
Okay, then he can probably hear at least some of it. Where's Lyrus as all this weird conversation is happening?
I guess he's also peeking around the corner because he doesn't know what's happening. Everyone's just kind of huddled around.
John is still on Lyrus' shoulders.
Why
So
is
I guess we're both
left.
just peeking around the corner.
It's a Scooby-Doo stack where it's, Lyrus' head and then John's head above him somehow.
Yes. And then when you actually look behind the wall, it's like John on Lyrus' back, and then like Baptiste is there somewhere, but like don't worry about it.
The logistics aren't important.
No, yeah, exactly. Too many legs and too many arms and not enough daggers is the thing.
All right. Lawrence looks at that behind you and completely loses his train of thought, which is the Dungeon Master's excuse for also losing his train of thought, because that is a ludicrous sight. If you go and something happens to you, I'm the only one who might be able to help. I haven't been going with you because we are a long way from everything, and if we fail, then Elder Evil threatens everything we hold dear. And I don't know of anybody else aside from us who's prepared to stop it. So I don't know if I'm willing to take that risk.
Okay. But if I go and I do get her, 1, you're going to be really sad. 2, how will you know?
The same way that I saw Ralzamon's fortress. If you don't come back within a soon enough time, I'll find you.
You're going to look for us and your ear's going to bleed?
Oh, there is a way we can make this easier, Asena. I need a piece of your hair.
My hair?
Mm-hmm.
Kinky.
Oh, another nose is getting interesting.
Yes, a piece of your body is one of the strongest anchors for divination magic. It will make it much easier to find you if something goes wrong.
Are we not doing phrasing anymore?
Do you want to volunteer for this? Never mind,
What do you
forget
think?
I asked.
Go take the hair. I feel like a finger would be better.
I don't want to give up a finger.
Right, the hair
It
should be
seems
fine.
more concrete to me.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. Blood is absolutely stronger. I would take blood. He produces a vial very quickly, actually. Extremely quickly. He also has a syringe for drawing and a small knife, a small ceremonial knife, if you want to do it yourself. He's got like a whole array good to go.
He seems very ready for this, Asena. I would be very cautious moving forward. Just give him some hair.
I don't know. The blood sounds way cooler. Let's do that.
It just has a vintage bloodletting set.
Yeah, exactly. This is all the authentic stuff.
She'll take the knife and do like they do in like the movies where I don't know why, but they freaking do it from the palm. This is like probably the least. It just looks really cool.
Yeah, and then you like squeeze your fist and
Very
it drips
painful.
down. Yeah. All the nerve endings
Yeah.
are right there. All right.
Really
Wear a bandage
unpractical.
for 2 scenes and it's fine. The next,
Yeah.
You have
scene change, their
disadvantage on
hands perfectly fine.
every manual activity from here on out because owie. I don't know.
Yeah, not to mention with all the action going on, you're just going to keep reopening it constantly.
Yeah, just punching people and it's just like,
Yeah. Could have done the forearm or something, you know?
look, I appreciate the style points. If this was the world of Yord, actually, it might work in this world too. Genre emulation. The world of Yord runs on pulp logic, so the only thing that could make it that better is if you'd said Kali Ma the entire time. So, all right, take 1 point of damage. Lawrence now has a few drops of your blood that he can use as a divination anchor to find you if something goes wrong.
Alrighty. Well, at least now you'll know quicker.
Just come back safe, and we won't have to worry about this at all. Wait. Ah.
What?
Once you separate Ralzamon, are you just going to come back here and we'll use the silver ewer to go home? Once you kick his ass?
Yes.
That's kind of the plan.
Okay. All right, good. Then that's fine then. No objections.
Are you going to be researching it?
Mm-hmm.
What were you gonna object to?
If you were just going to directly portal away from there with Lyrus's help, I just want to make sure that none of you would be tracked.
I'm pretty sure they can track us if we just walk home.
Lyrus, what's your exit strategy?
Well, assuming all goes to plan and we wipe out the forces there, shouldn't be too much in the way of stopping us from returning here the same way we get there, via portal. Coming back is a little easier for me than projecting a portal to somewhere I haven't seen, but it's best case scenario. Worst case scenario, we run. I guess. I guess worst case scenario is you find her using the blood. I still think a finger would be better, but
I need my finger.
Oh, you need all 10 of them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Can you imagine how like my punches might be bad with that one?
I don't know. It just seems like 10 maybe redundant a little bit. I don't know. I don't usually have regular hands.
Usually?
Yeah, usually. I pretty much stay in this form all the time now.
You can switch forms?
Oh yeah, did I guess I don't bring it up a lot. Yeah, it was I'm actually a Goliath. Just happen to be a werebear as well.
That actually answers a lot of questions I had about why you were a bear.
Well, it's a
Look, I've been all over the place. I've never just straight up encountered a bear before. I mean, I've seen lots of bears, but none that were going around swinging swords. So
By a
this
lot
actually
of questions
this
about
answers
why
lot of
he's a
questions.
bear, do you really mean just one question, which is why are you a bear?
Yeah, basically.
we see the it's actually,
You can't just ask someone why they're a bear, though, is the thing. You know, it just kind of, like this, it kind of just comes up, I feel.
It's actually a piece of heritage passed on to me by my father. He was turned as a child in an attack on his village where his family died. The same attack the Arbiter saved him from originally. So it's a little bit of a complex situation, but he preferred to remain in this form, and I do as well, in memory and honor.
Well, you wear it well.
Thank you. It gets a little hot, honestly.
A little hot under the collar being a bear. I can understand that.
Yeah, but it looks really cool, so.
It looks really cool.
Worth. Do you have anything else you'd like to do while you're here?
Before we go, you have any advice on how to rouse them on? Separate? Just punch him real hard?
This is gonna
What
be
if you tried stabbing him a couple of times?
Stabbing him? Good
For-
idea.
for once. That might be good advice. John, I've never dealt with a situation like this. You deal with the metaphysical aspect of it. Asena, Lyrus, you deal with the physical aspect of it. Punch him a lot. Stabbing also accepted.
Yeah, I think we're just going to punch him a lot.
Okay.
Okay.
Can handle that.
Does anybody else, by the way, I know that chat can't see it, but can anybody else see Mudcat just going all paranormal activity in our little
Nope,
screen
that's
where
just
he's
No,
just
us.
I
like,
think it's just you.
That's just you. I don't know what you're talking
Just
about.
you.
You gotta stop eating a handful of Tic Tacs before every show, my guy.
dude,
artificial
I
sugars back
have
in your
way
brain.
more than a handful, is the thing, and they're not Tic Tacs.
All right, before we get
anyway.
demonetized, let's move on.
They're Skittles! They're Skittles! Calm down!
Understandable.
Jeez,
Have a nice
man.
day. All right, Lyrus, what's this going to take out of you? What's this going to involve making this blind jump?
Well, I don't know. I've never really tried a blind to jump this way before. Short distances, sure, but this is quite a distance. It might take some doing, a couple of tries, even. Not sure if we'll end up in the right place. And it's a slim chance, but I maybe hold in your arms and legs inside of the, a little closer, just in case. But all things going according to plan, I think it'll just take no more than casting a simple spell or two. It's more about the location than the execution, Bo. I will warn you before we do this. The Shadowlands are once again a hostile place. It was the realm of the once known Shadow King, who ruled over the void for a time. Many creatures and constructs await you there. And even within its smoke and shadows, your own thoughts may betray you. So, you will have to guard yourself against attacks both physically and mentally. But, guess there's no time like the present. As he reaches out both of his swords from his back and stabs him into the air and just rips open a portal in front of him.
All right. And as you do, the sage has one last vision for you. You've been granted the wisdom of the Seer. Roll 1d20, please. And this is from Mudcat.
Is that okay?
12. At any time, but you must use this before the end of tonight's episode. You can use this to replace the dice roll of any creature you can see, including yourself. So at any point, you can just declare, nope, that was a 12. They rolled a 12. You rolled a 12.
Perfect.
Okay. And is there any kind of check that Lyrus has to make in a case like this? How would you adjudicate this with your gear in your world?
Let me see. I probably would do some sort of. That's such an interesting one. Maybe some sort of Arcana or survival, even.
Okay.
Depending.
Yeah, I would allow either of those.
Yeah, let's go for survival. We don't ever use that one. Ooh, dirty 20.
Nice. Okay.
Very nice.
First try. As you tear a hole in reality itself, the other side, always these blades that cut through reality are empty spots in the air. But here, when they open a passageway through to another world, to another part of the void, it is almost as if a howling gale emerges from the other side, a cold wind that grasps at your cloaks, at your fur, like cold, shivering claws as you step through into the Shadowlands. The sight that awaits you, light itself, is dimmed here, as if it dies before it can pass through the air itself. The wind continues to blow, but it is not refreshing in any way. It's, again, like cold fingers brushing past your face. The smell here is not rank like a dump. It's more old and musty, like a basement that hasn't been opened in far too long, but somebody definitely died here long, long ago, and nobody has refreshed that air for possibly centuries. The area around you, in the wind, you can hear faint murmurs, whispers, perhaps screams, or derisive, scornful sneers. There are twisted brambles and shapes rising from the craggy, gray, and dark purple earth all around you. It's impossible to see very far, but with that fantastic jump, you can see in the distance, not too far away, a gatehouse. Figures patrol atop its battlements. Weapons are placed on either side, guarding against intruders. A massive dark metal portcullis bars the way. And beyond, you see the light of a ravine, eerie violet light rising from below, for a bridge passes between this gate, across this infinite void moat, to a dark keep on the other side. And far below, even though you aren't in a position to see it, the light in the violet empty moat changes, as if something enormous, something slithering, floats through the air with far, far too many legs, down within the moat of shadows itself. And having done all that stuff, I prepared a map, so let me go ahead and drop it there.
Yes, maps.
As Lyrus comes out of the portal. Ooh, nailed it.
Well done. Not truly a bear. Well done.
Well, you won't be thanking me for too long, I don't think, as he looks around all the shadow. Kind of creeps you out.
Okay. You are not actually this close. You have a good amount
I was
of
gonna say.
distance. Yeah, you've got like a couple hundred feet between you and this, so you're off the map to the south. But that's to give you time to make your approach, to ask any relevant questions. The moat, absolutely, the towering keep rises with classic Gothic architecture, towering way too tall and pointy. It's got an inner wall, an inner keep, and is surrounded on all sides. It's on this floating island here in the Shadowlands. What would our heroes like to do?
I'm assuming those are the weird vampiric kobolds.
You see a couple of goblins
Goblins, okay.
running around at the base. Some of them obviously bear the signs of vampiric kobold bites.
Are they wearing chef's hats?
Yes, they're scrambling around at the base, waiting for meat to drop, and you hear snarls and the tearing of bone up top. And these little scavengers they've got cleavers, they've got these chef's hats, they're dripping dark, shadowy saliva. They've been twisted by this place. They're fighting over scraps.
Interesting. Okay. Well, should we take a stealthy approach, or should we just break down the front door?
Well, I'm actually going to have to defer to the two of you. I've never encountered this Ralzamon directly, so what kind of situation would he have set up if he were the one truly in charge here?
Well, if he knows we're here, he's going to start assaulting us with mental attacks. So quiet is probably best.
Maybe we should play music in our ears so that way it can't get into our brains.
That's a possibility.
I don't know. I never
Not
tried
certain.
it. I do think I was
Cersei-
onto something by thinking different thoughts than normal. Maybe he won't know it's me.
That's a good call, actually.
Saying roll an intelligence check to think different thoughts than normal.
Oh, that's a save.
Probably doesn't make a difference, let's be honest. 16. Okay, you are thinking, what are different Asena thoughts? What are non-Asena thoughts?
I don't know.
If I was a Veton man, I would think that since normally you think you're a rock, maybe now you think you're paper or something.
You know what?
She's Jade.
Oh,
Oh, gosh.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
Oh my.
the flesh of Kur.
What do we got here?
Well, I think the Shadowlands might be manifesting.
Oh no, that's not fantastic at all. I mean,
Okay.
it's great for people
I
playing at
need-
home, but
all four of you, and obviously I'll take care of Cersei, Master of Technomagic. I need all four of you to roll wisdom saving throws, please.
a wisdom saving throw, you say? Okay. Hey, up top.
Did mine roll?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Roll,
Oh, it came through
roll a
me,
20.
Yeah, for real.
If the three of you roll 20, I don't know what I'm going to do with my life.
But I gotta resync this. It's not liking my thing tonight.
You know, sometimes that happens. They have a headache.
While we're waiting for this
Had a
roll,
long day.
mate, John was, as this was happening, John was turning to Cersei. As the Master of Magitech, did you have anything that you could use to stealthily get us up inside of that citadel?
She goes through the various settings on her ray gun, looks down at her flying shoes, just sort of shrugs, like, just, fly over it. Okay, everybody got an incredibly high roll. John,
Yes.
you see the shadows coalescing along the ground and starting to crawl up the trees and the rocks like flesh. Like regenerating flesh, like the flesh of the void dragon that you carry with you this very day. Pieces fragmentary, scattered around, setting down their fleshy tendrils, growing into the stone, into the trees themselves. The larger they get, the more you hear the call, a deep, thrumming hatred that seems to resonate from the very depths of this void itself, calling out to the elder evils, attracting them with its mere presence.
Oh, interesting.
Mudcat, is there anything here that would, well, and you don't need to reveal anything about your lore. Is there anything in this world that would count as like an elder evil? Something ancient beyond reckoning, nigh incomprehensible, ridiculously powerful, Avengers level threat?
I would say there are things here that exist of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so.
And if
Things that would rival the early Titans.
Mm-hmm. And if one of those were to manifest a small portent, omen, just a small stirring, not a true awakening, how might that manifest?
Well, in this space, I think the twisted trees and forests themselves would come to life in a way as the trees almost bend to watch as they walk through the woods.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And as they do, you can hear them whispering, John, in a language you should not be able to understand.
The king is dead. Long live the king. The king is dead. Long live the king. Restore the void. Cast down the usurper. Long live the king.
And just like that, it's gone. Lyrus, the bones of your father make up this entire place. His death is the very foundation. You see him, his body impaled and hanging upon these dead man's trees. You see him nailed upon the door, his head on a spike across the battlement, dead in so many ways that should not even be possible. Now, you know this place twists against you. Disconcerting though the sight may be, you recognize that this is what you've brought with you manifesting in this place and it trying to feed back on you. Therefore, with that saving throw, you're not compelled to act in any particular way.
As Lyrus looks around and looking at the side of his father, Orin, who wasn't there to witness his death, kind of imagining now the thousands of ways it could have been, only having heard of it, secondhand, just looks and growls, a deep bear growl at these trees, and get out of my head. He just says to himself as he stares around at these corpses of his father.
And with your next blink, the vision is gone as if it never existed. Asena, you see Josiah Parsons standing before the door, before the gate, directly in front of you.
Is he just standing there?
Yes.
He cannot know.
Who's he?
He cannot know.
Know what?
You must not be seen. You must not be known to succeed. If he does not know, he can take no vengeance.
She's gonna look around.
Nobody
And
else
sort
seems
of
to
like
be
spin
seeing
around.
this. They're all kind of in their own heads at the moment, looking around at the trees, but nobody else is looking directly at the gate.
Weird.
And the vision is gone. When you're done looking around, you don't see Josiah Parsons there anymore. And Cersei seems to her eyes are widening for a moment. She grasps her ray gun and she sees something that's not there. And then she puts on her goggles and does a scan and relaxes. Okay. Just in my head. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Everything all right, Cersei?
Peachy. The data and the evidence weren't aligned, but now they are, so we're fine.
Sounds right.
Okay, good enough for me.
Okay, how are we getting in?
Let's get moving. I don't want to. This place there's no place for us. As he looks around, can we see these goblins out front?
Mm-hmm.
Clearly.
Yeah, you can see them, and moments later, you see an arm go flying over the top, and the goblin near the left tower greedily reaches over to grab it and starts scuttling away towards the forest in this direction.
Mate, did John notice during that whole interaction that Asena kept looking at the door where Josiah Parsons was?
Roll insight, please.
A 15.
A 15. You might have picked up on it, not specifically. You know she was noticing something different than you, but not the specific direction. As you're contemplating this, one of the guns on top of the fortress turns towards the fleeing goblin and fires. There's a
goody.
bright red beam of light that arcs out, tearing through the air itself. The air cracks and sizzles. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! The goblin shrieks for a moment as it is torn apart, molecule by molecule, in agonizing, screeching pain, and then disintegrates into nothing, dropping the arm that it was its prize on the ground. And you hear from up top.
But the arm is still there.
The arm is still there. The arm is fine. You hear from up top.
Okay. John has a plan. But first, Sena, do you know how we're going to be getting in here?
Well, I don't know if we're supposed to go through the gate or not go through the gate.
I'm assuming if we approach the range of these turrets, we're going to have the same fate as that terrible little cretin. But let's go ahead and test that, shall we? John's going to go ahead and summon up an illusion of the very same goblin that was just disintegrated and have it hobbling out of the woods, going to reach for that same arm that was just dropped upon the ground.
Okay. You hear some mumbling at the high towers up above. Confusion, annoyance, followed by a low guttural order. The ray charges up once again, fires, and strikes true.
And the illusion explodes.
Okay.
Gets vaporized, screaming as the other one did.
this concludes our test of the Goblin Disintegration System.
Okay. So, with that in mind, we have an avenue of being able to move past, because they didn't see through the illusion. They believed it was a goblin. So, here's what I'm thinking. And John is going to summon up an illusion, and he's going to ask the rest of the group to just stand in a small little cloister with him. If we all just kind of stay in one tight little space, John's going to surround them with a mosaic that looks exactly like the area behind them.
Active
From
camouflage.
the position. He's going to active camouflage, making it look as though they're in a small little dome that every few feet he's going to re-up it. So there's a slight little shimmer every now and then. But it's going to be just mimicking from their perspective what this ground should look like as they approach the gate.
Okay. All right, and you're just going to go straight up.
We should be able. Yeah, we should be able to walk right up if. But once we get there, then we'll have to scale. Mate, can you describe to us what this gate looks like? You said there's a rampart. Is there a way to scale the side of these walls without having to open said gate?
Yeah, you can go up the walls. People are walking on top of the walls. People are walking on top of the platforms here and here. The gate is slightly lower. There's a causeway that goes between the two, but it's a little bit lower. The towers and these ramparts over here are the highest points. They probably go a good 40 feet up. The gate is 20 feet tall, with another 10 feet of stone on top of it.
Question.
Yes.
Is there a spot in the gate where a smaller creature would be able to get by?
Quite possibly. Also, Asena, don't forget you can run up walls.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking if this gate has like, a gap, a little gap beneath it, or if there's like a keyhole, I don't know, anything on this gate that has some kind of gap.
There's some like very small gaps. A cat could squeeze through, or obviously something smaller.
Perfect. Okay. As soon as we get up to the gate, John is going to ask for Cersei to turn them all small so they can just squeeze on through the gate.
Those are the shrink ray.
Not where I thought that was going. Brilliant. All right, one at a time,
How
please.
about that?
She points it at Asena with a. She is doing her very best to hold back a smirk. Except, no, she's not trying. She's trying to look like she's trying, even though she's failing. And then she'll go ahead and just, stick it directly in her own forehead. Now, all of you are tiny sized. You are all cat sized. What would you like to do next?
Squeeze through the gap.
Okay. I would like everybody in the party to first roll a stealth check. Because your illusion doesn't cover noise.
Good call. Good call.
A 13, a 22, a
Mates.
10. Yeah.
Question. I have one of those sage things, but from what I recall, when I had gotten it, you said it was going to last till the end of the saga. Was it the end of the episode?
I'll let you use it now, and then it's gone. And from now on, it's the end of the session.
Okay, it was a 6, so it's not much better.
Okay, so you got a 14 total?
I got a 14. Does that fail?
You don't know yet.
I'm only asking because I have fuckery if it fails, and I need to know. So.
Well, Cersei got a natural 20. Yeah, you can't tell. It's not like you immediately hear somebody going, "What was that noise? It must have been the wind."
Yeah.
I also need all of you to roll acrobatics checks to squeeze through the gate.
Acrobatics.
Okay, a 14, a dirty 20, an 18, and Cersei. Not exactly her forte, but she's not bad at it. An 11. She's the last one through, and she's slightly stuck. But it doesn't seem like anyone's detected you. But you do still have to deal with the... Now, why don't we see what's on the other side, shall we?
Please.
Oh, boy.
So, like I was saying, since John was the first one through, he puts up a field that just looks like whoop, the blank wall, like a very Acme, like goes off into the distance, kind of a paint mural. It just boom, empty wall.
Okay. These misshapen creatures appear to be part machine, but the job of making them part machine was not well done. Their flesh is twisted. There's clear blistering, bruising, and rejection around the cybernetic parts. All of them are barely sentient, twisted by otherworldly forces as well, standing in perfect lines, clearly just sort of rigidly in place, but also making little noises to themselves. You can now see the full scope of this rift, the moat. You see that the bridge ahead is broken. Something underneath just rises and floats through the emptiness.
Oh my.
And on the other side is an enormous demon, upgraded with cybernetic parts. It has a blaster on one arm. It has a rocket pack. It's got a huge cutting arm. Did John ever play Doom? Like the original Doom? 1993?
Yes. Yes. Are you kidding me? John played it on a freaking on a Word. He didn't even play it on a regular game.
It's not a cyber demon, but that's a goddamn cyber demon.
That's a cyber demon. Okay.
And in front of it is this horrible creature, some amalgamation of eyes floating through the air.
Okay, great. As they are making their way through, let's see, that's second, third, fourth, fifth. There's four of us. Thank gosh. Okay, cool. As they are making their way through that little channel, John is going to start under his breath whispering the incantation to his, well, not necessarily his spell, the spell from the infernal talisman that he wears, as he calls upon the power of both the the Pack Maleffect and Tiamat, in order to cast invisibility at 5th level, targeting him and his companions.
Okay, is there any consequences to using that power?
It takes a charge.
Okay.
From his thingamajigger.
All right. All of you are now cat-sized and invisible. Cersei, now invisible, is going to give another attempt at breaking free of the door and gets a natural 1.
This is a oh gosh, what is this? Oh, she got inspiration earlier. She got inspiration from chat earlier.
I already used it to re-roll her wisdom saving throw.
Oh, well then John's gonna go ahead and help her through here. I'm gonna give her an inspiration. Go ahead and roll that again, as John is turning her invisible and she appears to be very well and truly stuck. John is going to give her a hand at getting through. Gosh.
Lyrus and Asena all turned invisible, and you saw Cersei getting stuck in the portcullis a moment ago, and then you all turned invisible, and you can kind of vaguely hear, because you know what to look for, John trying to help her through, but she's still stuck. What would the two of you invisible cat-sized people like to do?
Oh, that's a lot of noise. As Lyrus will go try to fumble back to the door as well to try to help, knowing that noise is not gonna help them.
Okay, are you just helping with shoving?
Yeah, just pulling, shoving, whatever works to get her through the door.
Roll an athletics check. Okay, John, roll a dexterity saving throw. With disadvantage from chat.
Oh, right. Thank you. Much obliged.
Okay.
13, and I'm going to go ahead and use a deduction dice on that.
Okay. Saying
15.
Your wolf-like instincts, you hear this. Oh, that's not good. Oof. Plump, 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 plump. Not now, John. Get off of me. Ah.
Well, I mean, I figured,
Just because you can't see. Okay, shh. Actually, I can see all of you just fine. This is great.
Oh, can you guys shut up?
Right, yeah. Okay.
John is reaching out, trying to find Asena. As soon as he grabs something that is vaguely Asena-like, he reaches his hand up her body to get to her head and starts tapping on her temple.
Asena gives all of us +1 XP.
Yay!
Dang it. Why are you hitting my head?
That in the brain? Is that a brain talk?
No.
Do the brain talk.
Oh, okay. I don't have a sound effect today.
It's okay, I do.
Just do the
What-
Professor X
what?
of your brain talking.
Yes.
What do you want?
Okay, so we're all invisible as long as we can all move quietly. And by the way, you pulled everyone on the chat, right? We're all in here. Is that-
We're invisible. I thought we were small.
we're small and we're invisible.
Yes, everyone's
in-
here.
Invisibly small. Okay, good. So, Cersei, Lyrus, we are going to be picking our way along this left angle here, or sorry, this right angle here. We're going to slowly make our way along the side of this catwalk. Lyrus, are you able? No, wait, portal. Bad idea.
Wow.
You have jet
You're
boots.
all over the place.
We are going to pick our way along the side of this catwalk, avoiding the demons as we go. You are going to have to get unsmall, Cersei, and you are going to ferry us one at a time over this broken catwalk. We'll make our way past this horrible-looking squish demon, and if we can hopefully make our way past this terrible doom demon, we can just go right past the gate and right to Ralzamon. If we somehow get spotted, if we screw up some way, and we encounter resistance, then we all go buck wild and annihilate everything we can. But I don't think we should linger here. I think we should keep going.
Whoa, wait, that device you have, does it make things big too?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
How big?
Pretty big.
Oh, seeing as your boots might cause a lot of noise, what if you just made me really big, and I can fill in the gap on the bridge, and you can walk across me?
You're gonna hold. Oh my god.
This is a brilliant idea. Will this have any negative impact on the optical obfuscation field, John?
No, as long as no one hurts him. So
Magnificent.
please don't punch him as you walk along.
Sounds like a quieter plan to me.
I can still see, so I'll follow right behind you, and we'll just keep this brain talk thing going on. And once we get up to the edge, Lyrus, you let me know when you're ready, and I'll embiggen you. Also, what's with the eyeball thing?
I do not know, and I honestly do not care.
Could be any number of things in this place. I don't think we should find out.
Actually, mate, does John know what that is?
Roll an Arcana check.
Behold this thing.
19.
That is a mind witness.
Oh, nice.
That is a beholder that has undergone ceramorphosis.
Oh, those are
Is-
big words.
It is used as a telepathic hub and as a sentry. So there's a non-zero chance that it can scan for brain thoughts.
Oh, but a saint is thinking paper, so we're fine.
Should be good.
If you want to
Yeah,
rely on
my
that.
brain's. I'm in my other brain right now.
Let's see.
How many brains do you have, and do you think you could spare one?
Maybe. No, I need them all. I'm pretty dumb.
Nah, you're just a different kind of smart.
Self-aware, that's a good, important skill to have.
Okay. Assuming you're ready to move forward with the plan, barring any further ideas that the party may have, I would like you to roll stealth checks with advantage for being tiny, invisible, cat-sized people.
That's
Yeah, I
pretty
don't-
stealthy.
I don't think we have a way to scramble this thing's brain, so we'll have to be very quiet. Does being tiny help us with this at all?
You already have advantage. You can't have mega advantage.
Oh, no, I'm fine with advantage. That's freaking-tastic.
You're also still telepathically communicating with the dungeon master.
I'm always inside your brain, Binky boy.
Oh my god.
All right, everyone, stealth advantage. Get
I clicked. Should I click it again and we'll take the first or whatever?
yes.
Okay, I'm gonna click it again.
Wow.
27.
Completely stealth moded.
Do-do-do-do.
Advantage.
Do-do-do-do.
and
Oh,
stealth
okay, there we
mode.
go. Do-do-do-do.
Oh, yeah.
Do-do-do.
All right. Our heroes creep surreptitiously, slipping along this battalion of techno-zombified demon things. Perhaps once they were people, no more. And manage to creep their way along, weaving between their legs when there isn't enough space, all the way to the edge. And... All right, Lyrus, I can see you. Go ahead. Let me know when you're good and comfortable, and I'll set this to maximum.
Oh, well, no time like the present here. Let's go.
John is let me see here. Let me just confirm something before we begin. With invisibility or cast a spell. Yeah, no, that's no good. Unfortunately, I can't do anything about that, I believe. Actually, mate, John's been trying to access his technomancy, and he's been trying to utilize Cersei's ability at being a master of both technology and magic to help with that. Has he made any progress?
If you can spend one inspiration and sell me on whatever nonsense you're trying to do, we can talk.
Yeah, certainly.
What do you have in mind?
Well, did you say that all of these creatures had technology in it, or did this thing not have
The
technology?
eyeball thing
in it?
does not.
Of course. The one thing that
Also, there's
could.
another tower off to the left with big old guns. And you
I
can't see who's
see
on top
that.
of it. Yep. All right. Cersei charges up and activates the bear expansion device.
Mate, John is at the ready to where, oh my, to where if something goes bad and this thing starts detecting us, John is going to go ahead and try to make a VR thing that will scramble away to try and see if it can be a distraction, if it comes down to it.
Okay, who's first?
John's going for it.
Okay.
Just going up Mount Lyrus here.
All right.
Careful, that tickles.
I was gonna ask you if this tickles.
Yeah, just watch out for the sensitive areas.
As the lot of you get to the other side, the floating infested beholder, it seems to just be floating back and forth. It doesn't seem to have noticed you yet.
Ooh.
What would our
I
heroes
don't
do?
like that thing.
What would our heroes like to do? The huge mecha demon awaits, as does the massive gates and more guns.
Can we go small again? And massive Lyrus is wonderful, but can we be tiny again?
How are you
I
going
was
to
actually
go
gonna ask
about?
if I could stay big and tiptoe over everyone.
How are you
Oh
doing
my
that ask?
gosh.
In the brain, we all have brain connection.
As soon as that message gets transmitted across the neural network, every single eyeball on the mind witness turns immediately to the source of the message. And we'll find out what happens after we come back from a short break. Don't go anywhere, folks! Coriander Society, Fate of the Faithful will return shortly. Welcome back, everybody, to Casters and Castles, Coriander Society Adventure, D20 Deathmatch, Fate of the Faithful, Episode 4, Part 2, Season 5. We are once again here in the Shadowlands. Verses 1 through 23. We're once again here in the Shadowlands of the Void, the domain of the Grandmaster and her treacherous right hand, the Arbiter. Our heroes have tracked down Ralzamon, who has been plucked from his universe to be used as the Arbiter's secret psychic weapon to look into the brains of the faithful who dare oppose him and undo all of their plans. They're tracking him down right now. They're sneaking invisibly over a broken bridge above a void containing some sort of eldritch horror and an army of cyber demon spawn mutant things. Lyrus is huge, don't ask, just go with it. And as they were walking over his body, he's using himself as a, I was gonna say human, but actually Goliath werebear bridge, They psychically communicated with each other, and the mind witness that floats as a sentinel before this fortress of doom and despair turned all of its eyes in their direction. And that's where we last left our heroes. Fun times. Yeah, so what do you want to do?
So like I said, John had a little doohickey at the ready, and so as this thing is alerted to their mind talking, John is going to go ahead and pull out of his. Well, he's going to have his little VR thing, plop a little goober. Like, let's see here. They were looking. What direction was the sentry looking?
Who was the last person to communicate telepathically?
I guess technically it was John.
Okay, then at you.
So right, not exactly where John is, but like right behind, like where John is. John is putting a little VR goober, and the little VR goober looks like a, oh gosh, what are those things called? It's the tiny little beholder, the one that when a beholder, like
A Gauth.
yes, a Gauth. Thank you. Yeah,
Or a gazer.
He's gonna
Might be a gazer. I think it's a gazer.
might be a gazer. Yeah, I'm looking for gazer. Yeah. He throws a little gazer there, and he is going to have a. John is going to pull out of his pack, and it's going to take me a little bit of a effie here, mate. So you can tell me how much of this I can actually do. John, out of his bag, would like to pull some kind of little sentient machine out of his bag,
A sentient machine?
like Modron level stuff, like a little thing that could be living inside of his
charges of the
briefcase.
freaking briefcase and an inspiration for that.
Yes, perfect. I dropped an inspiration
drone out of your hat. Whoop.
and he pulls a monodrone out of the briefcase and sets it down behind him. But has the,
like a flubber.
like a well, it's
Like
yeah,
that
it's
that
like a
that
little
thing in
machine
flubber.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a little machine flubber. John goes ahead and takes out this little Modron that he's had just chilling in his case for who knows how
Weebo!
long.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
Weebo.
Oh
It's
yeah.
Weebo.
Takes a Weebo out.
Solid reference.
And he makes it look like a gazer and just shoos it that way. And John starts moving. He just starts
Okay.
going.
I want to hear what everybody else is planning on doing before I do anything else.
I think Lyrus pulls himself up, still giant, and tries to tiptoe over this beholder, just kind of like walking with his feet in the middle, like careful.
Oh my god. Okay, roll a stealth check for that one. And I think that
Okay.
here, because you have to dodge the guy, being invisible and being large counter each other. So this is a flat check.
Okay, so it's a disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 12.
It's a 12.
Yeah.
So it's a 13.
Yeah, I was gonna say, there
'cause
you go.
rolled a 12.
There you go.
All right, so you got a 13. Good call. And Asena,
Oh, do
what's
we
your
still have
plan?
that thing?
He just burned it
Yeah.
from the beginning of today's session. Asena, what do you want to do?
When that thing looks over at John, she like ducks down and like gets on all fours.
Okay. Roll a stealth check to hide. With advantage because you're still invisible. Okay. The mind witness turns towards this and fires a telekinetic ray at it from one of its eyes. Picks it up, floats it over the abyss, and then drops it.
No, Weebo!
Oh no, poor Weebo.
And at that moment, something enormous bumps into it. It just like...
What? Bumps into the Weebo?
No, into the Mind Witness. The Weebo is now falling into the Shadowlands abyss.
I think it's me. I think I bumped into him.
Yeah. It's the gigantic freaking werebear.
Oh, shoot.
Who shouldn't technically be that big, but, you know, you were able to stretch and cover the gap. That was most of the comic effect. All right, so it gestures as something just bumped into it.
Obviously, it was one of these little suckers here.
And it has tentacles in addition to its eyeballs, and so it starts like stretching out in all directions. Lyrus, what do you do?
Am I tall enough to like step over it, to like straddle over it?
You just tried that, and it bumped into
It
your
bumped him.
thigh. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess if he already bumped me, I would just continue to step over him and just try to keep walking.
Okay.
Just ignore.
Roll an acrobatics check with disadvantage.
I was already committed to this step, I think. With disadvantage?
Yeah.
That was athletics, wasn't it?
Yeah, I want acrobatics. This is all about
Acrobatics.
being delicate.
Let's see.
Okay. Ooh.
We
It's
only
12.
take the first two. We only take the first
Yeah,
two.
12.
Okay, a 12. All right, you sort of brush past, and it is going to make a exploratory attack with its...
Exploratory. I do that sometimes. You know, when I'm walking around my house at night, it's dark. I grab a spoon and start swinging at dead air.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
You don't
good enough.
expect to hit anything, but if you do, now you know.
No, I know.
And you're armed with a spoon.
Good enough for a surgeon.
Well, I mean, it's a big wooden spoon. You know, I mean, it's pretty gar.
Okay, I'm guessing a 9 doesn't hit you, right?
A 9 does not hit.
Yeah, I didn't think so. It grasps towards empty air as you've just stepped past it.
We're just hopping on one foot. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
And the indoctrinated demon thralls on the ground, they're sort of shaking as the ground rolls from this enormous werebear jumping on one foot. Boom, boom, boom. Does anybody else have anything they want to add to the scene before I continue with consequences?
Asena's
mean-
just crawling.
John, you can't see any of this.
I mean, I can see the parademons bouncing up and down as a giant
Yes, you can
thing
see that.
moves along.
And you can see the eyewitness like getting knocked in one direction and then sort of feeling around in the air.
John is just going to be approaching the door up here and be investigating as he goes. He wants to make sure there's no obvious traps or anything that would be preventing the group from being able to make their way through here. Nothing that they would set off. And you know, I see this big old like bony skull thing in here. He's been through the obsidian tower. He's gonna do his old normal bullshit in order to make sure that he doesn't trip anything, so that when his companions finally do arrive, they're gonna be in good shape.
Okay. Roll investigation check.
I do this thing that you ask. It'd be a 26.
26. Okay. There don't appear to be any traps. They didn't really assume anyone would make it this far, and they've got gun coverage, pretty significant gun coverage. So you do notice there appear to be 2 entrances. You've got this side portcullis over here. You've got the main portcullis here. And of course, you can go up and over somehow.
Cool. It seems like probably up and over is going to be best, considering we've got a monk and a giant bear.
Okay.
So John moves up to here at the door,
Mhm.
and using his silent image, he's going to put a sign right up here that his party can see as they approach, saying, it has an arrow pointing, come here, come here, come here.
Okay. The Mind Witness is covered with tentacles with eyeballs on it, and it's scanning around in every direction. It immediately turns, it notices the sign, and then it freezes. It completely freezes midair, just floating, hovering slightly, all of its eyes trained directly on the sign.
I will say, by the way, mate, if you would have described that this thing was looking everywhere with its eyes, because it's a sentry and John has a passive perception of a 23, I probably would have noticed that it was looking over here and not just looking that away.
It has a passive perception of 18, so I just gave it a passive chance to detect things.
I see. Okay.
But it doesn't seem to be doing anything whatsoever.
Okay. I don't like that.
What? Lyrus, are you just going to keep on big bearing your way through?
I'm just gonna keep tiptoeing my way.
Stepping, pardon me. The
Excuse me.
the Mech Abyssal, which is definitely not a cyber demon, which was supposed to be this towering threat, is somewhat smaller than you as you move past, and it as the ground shakes, it just sort of looks around. It looks at the eyewitness, which is still just frozen, looking backwards. It starts to turn around towards the portcullis.
John ends the stupid sign. Obviously, the people had a chance to look at it. They should have known. So
he turns around, looks at the door, looks back at the eyewitness. It's still just staring. Starts walking forward towards it, barely avoiding the enormous bear.
And because he cast a spell, John is no longer invisible, so he's just ducked down in the corner hiding.
Okay. Roll a basic stealth check because you're in the passive radius of this mecha demon and the indoctrinated.
Yep. That would be a 12. John is going to go ahead and... Ooh, gosh, what do we have here? Well, you know what? Yeah, a 12. If that doesn't succeed, I have a thing that says that I get to do something if it doesn't. So let me know if that's not good enough.
It did not succeed. Right? Go ahead and do something.
I'm going to do my thing now.
Asena, while he's doing his thing, are you just still crawling forward?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, is a 14 good enough?
Yes.
Alrighty then.
Asena,
John
you have to...
grabs hold of the Talisman of the Infernal and prays to Tiamat that this is going to work, and it does.
Okay. Saying that you're able to creep past, but you see this enormous cybernetic demon walking up to the mind witness that's floating midair, and it reaches up its rocket launcher arm and waves it in front of the thing's face. This is all happening like above you. You're looking, if you look up, you're gonna see this thing just towering over you, poking this floating eyeball. Cersei has long since moved past. What's your strategy here, or is there anything that you'd like to do about this?
She's gonna crawl faster.
Okay, roll.
She's like afraid to talk or think.
Don't think.
Yeah.
Okay.
John is in the corner, like as soon as he sees people coming up, he's gonna kind of wave them over and then point up. Or actually, he can't see anybody. He just is like hiding in the corner, and every now and then just like waves his hand and points up.
Just randomly.
Because he can't see anybody and he can't hear anybody.
Oh man. Okay. Big McLarge Huge, if you want to proceed, you're going to need to roll another stealth check to go up these stairs with these two mounted guns undetected.
Okay.
And this is going to be another flat check. Two 11s. Okay.
11.
The indoctrinated minions don't seem to notice anything, but the mecha demons that are commanding them start going on alert. Something's going on, and they don't like it as they gaze suspiciously left and right and start moving towards the stairs, which could theoretically block you from wherever you're trying to go. Asena, you've reached this point up here. What would the two of you, actually, there are a lot of you, like to do?
Mate, are these the same guns that were at the front of the castle?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Ooh. Ooh. This is the part of the game where we sneak past everything and then kill everything anyway.
So these guys are blocking me and they're on high alert, right?
Mm-hmm. They don't know exactly where you are, but they are suspicious. The imposter is sus.
Is Lyrus not tall enough where he can just step over this, like, little wall?
I mean, yes, he is. That is definitely an option.
I think that's the option I will take. try to use some of my movement to get
Mm-hmm.
up
Just
here.
Lyrus is jolly green gianting his way just to the front gate.
But
Oh,
I'm gonna prepare a spell in case anything goes wrong. I can't move my character past that.
Too large. Sorry.
Too large.
All right, hold on. I'll just get rid of all this. Whoop.
No, you're good. You're good. I got it.
Yeah. All right. So to redirect, basically you failed one stealth check. If you fail another, they're gonna have a very good idea of where you are.
Okay.
They're gonna go from yellow to red exclamation points above their head. So unless you have a different strategy, that's what you're gonna need to do.
I am preparing a spell in case this goes wrong.
Okay, give me that stealth check again. Unless it's
Can I use an inspiration?
inspiration in this case would simply negate the disadvantage, taking you to a
Okay.
5. You'd use the first result. So no, you could use a luck point if you had one.
I don't think I have one.
Okay, what else you got?
Well then, stepping up here past these guys, as I notice that they notice me,
Mm-hmm.
I misty step behind. Is this gate got?
Yeah, you
You
can,
can see through it, right?
You can see.
I
through it.
misty step beyond the gate.
Okay, casting Misty Steps makes you no longer invisible.
Correct.
Okay, so you
I'm
see.
hoping as I cast it, I'm out of there before they kind of see, but we'll see.
Yeah, no, on this side you're fine. You Misty Step through. John and Asena, you notice the Misty stepping through. John, you realize what that entails. Asena, you see him. Giant Bear is now standing on the other side of the portcullis. What would
So
you
is
like
John.
to do?
John's tiny. John just walks through the bars.
Well, they're pretty narrow, so I will want an acrobatics check to wiggle through.
Cool, I'll give it to you. A 12. Does that fail?
Yes,
It does not.
it does not fail.
I don't know. Does a 14 fail?
Yes, a 14 succeeds.
Alrighty then.
All right.
John holds up his talisman. He goes, Tiamat, please make this work.
Please, I have
He
work
just dives
tomorrow.
through.
All right, Cersei is
Yes!
Cersei is still invisible. John is a tiny invisible cat person who just wiggles through the thing. Asena, you're the only one on this side. What is your exit strategy?
She's going to just run up this wall right here.
Okay. All right, you can definitely do that. And then you're just gonna run past him, tiny invisible.
I'm just running to the.
Okay. You go for a flying dive to get between the bars. Roll an acrobatics check, please.
Yeah. No.
You have one inspiration from chat if you'd like to use it.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, let's do that,
Yeah.
shall we? Oh man. An 11.
Not
That does
much
not
better.
cut it, but it also doesn't critically fail. Okay, so I think we can go
Why does
ahead.
everyone in our group have dump truck butts? What is going on here?
Okay, I'm gonna need a moment to set this up because I'm gonna have to copy you from the other screen. On the other side, a enormous werebear teleports over into the Shadow Keep itself. And he is confronted by a shocking sight. A whole bunch of people doing stuff.
Uh-oh.
As Lyrus teleports through, he teleports with his face facing the gate, and whew, close one. And then he turns around and
Oh,
oh
my.
shit.
And this is what he sees.
Oh, my. Oh, my. Well, hello there.
You are face to face with a figure wearing dark armor emblazoned with the unholy powers, a rotting, festering corpse who was once a Draconic, a dragonborn knight, now reanimated in death, the lord of this fortress. Just as you turn around, at eye level on top of this towering keep in the middle, just staring directly at you.
Hi. Don't mind me. I'm sure that sounded really cool, but it was
I'm gonna
all
say
cut out.
I don't know if that was your intended strategy, but it sounds like you were showing.
Pizza with double pepperoni stuffed crust.
That's what I thought. I thought you were talking about ordering pizza. Yeah.
Basically, he said, "Prepare to die." That's the short version.
Are we rolling initiative?
Well, that depends entirely on whether Lyrus has some way to talk his way out of a fight with a Draconic Death Knight. Does he?
We were sent by the Arbiter to check on the, the thing about the thing. I don't know all the details. He didn't tell me everything. He's, you know how he is.
Roll a deception check with disadvantage.
God damn it.
I mean, John's technically there. Can he do anything about this?
You don't even see who he's talking to. You're a tiny little cat person. He's looking at the top.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
No, we're all on the same side here. I'm sure we could, just work this thing out.
Yeah.
You seem like a reasonable guy.
Yeah. I'm turning on the metal now. Okay.
Oh
John's
no.
like, Lyrus, who the hell are you talking to?
Oh no, it's just one of our coworkers.
Everybody
He's
roll for
keeping it up.
initiative. Click on your character and then click the initiative button.
Oh god, okay, cool.
I clicked my token. It didn't like it, apparently.
Unlucky.
You could go ahead and do something
I
about
got you.
that. That'd be great. Thank you.
Yeah, I clicked it too.
We're all having a
But
bad
I'm also
time.
behind the gate.
It probably doesn't help. Well, technically, you're stuck in the gate.
I'm in the gate.
You are the gate.
What gate?
What gate?
All right, I have a few more toys to roll in here. Give me a moment.
A few more?
Yeah, this is another one of your classic overblown, looks really cool, but it's gonna take forever battles. You know how it is.
I know how it is.
And let's get you in. And let's get you in. Cool. I think that just about does it for the time being. John, you go first.
Okay, what am I looking at, mate? Go ahead.
You are down in a little courtyard. You're on the other side of the gate. There's a huge towering keep in front of you. There's a staircase that leads up onto the battlements to your left, to your right, or you can run around inside the courtyard to the left or to the right. But this tower is large. It's like,
Is there anywhere to get here?
no, you can't see. You see a gigantic tower in your face. It's 2 stories tall.
John is going to,
Oh, awesome. Shrinky dink.
yeah, shrinky dink. Totally. Okay. How high up? Okay, let me ask you this.
Mhm.
From what John can see here, is there anywhere to scale this tower?
Yeah, I mean, it's a stone, ominous, dark, obsidian-looking, blah, but yes, it's scalable.
Could I use a reaction to pick him up and throw him?
Yes, I will let you use your reaction
Okay,
to use the
yes,
fastball
please.
special.
As John is like trying to like figure things out, he looks up at Lyrus and just nods. Lyrus looks at John and just nods. They understand what's happening.
Going up. As he just grabs him and just launches you at the Dragon Knight, I guess. Just like
John
just
wants,
like,
if possible, as you're throwing him, John says, "Throw me farther." John wants here.
I'll throw you wherever you want.
Yeah, John wants to go way over here.
Okay,
Since you're tiny and I'm so big, I just grab you and just chuck you across the thing. Hold on to your ass.
roll an athletics check. Mega Lyrus, and do it with advantage.
Oh, okay, cool. With
Oh my.
advantage.
John,
25.
you can move up to 25 squares.
Okay. Oh, okay. I guess right here then.
No, squares, John. Squares.
Oh.
That's 125 feet.
Yeah, no. John just wants to be right here in the middle of the courtyard.
Okay, you go sailing over the Draconic Knight, and there's no dynamic lighting on this map, so just move yourself there. Unless you do something, you are going to take damage from a 50-foot fall, which is going to be 5d6 damage.
John is going to do something.
Is it the
What,
inflatable
John?
rafts again?
That's a good idea, but
You used all
no.
the charges. You can't do that again. By
John
the way,
is going to go ahead. And,
while
oh,
John
go
is
ahead.
midair, I would like all three of you to roll 1d3, please. Please roll 1d3.
Okay.
I win.
3, 2,
And a 1.
and a 1. Okay. Well, as chance would have it, there are 6 barrels of corrosive fluid just stored around the scene for no adequately
Oh,
explained
hello.
reason because chat played
Lovely.
a red barrels card.
Wow.
Oh, whoops.
I guess I lost.
I love it.
I don't know. Those could be good for us.
Oh yeah, they're absolutely going to be good for us. Okay, so as John gets lobbed across the way, he's going to go ahead and activate his fly spell. That he has a spell rot tattoo on his right leg, and as he is flying through the air, he rips, he like kind of like slides up his the bottom of his pants here, those leather pants that he's made while within this realm,
Showing
revealing
his
the
ankles,
tattoo.
scandalous.
Exactly. Yeah, he gives everyone a little ankle shot, and revealing the tattoo, he rips it away from his body, and as he's in the air, is channeling the tattoo, wrapping it around himself, and creating these really badass-looking dragon wings. As he goes ahead and takes to the sky, so he will not fall
Okay.
in this place. So instead,
It's hard to look
there's
badass
that.
when you're the size of a cat, but otherwise it does look
yeah,
cool.
I mean, he's a badass cat. Are you kidding me? And then when he's right in the center of this thing, in front of God and everybody, 50 feet up, John's going to use his bonus action to cast Frightful Presence, hitting every single mother effer in this place. Good luck, mate. That's a lot of saving throws.
Yeah, I'm going to handle this
Holy
as we
fear.
go because I don't feel like rolling 50 saves right now. I've got stuff to do.
Yep, understandable. And yeah, John from here is going to, gosh, mate, does this ballista here look like it can pivot like all the way around?
Yes.
Okay. From here, John has 60 feet of fly movement, so he's just gonna fly. Ooh, wait, is this a barrel over here? What are these?
Those are Principality Knights.
Those are principality. Oh yeah, where are the barrels? Where are all them barrels?
This is a barrel on ground level right here, and this is a barrel.
Those are what the barrels look like. Okay,
and
cool,
the
cool,
others
cool,
you're gonna
cool,
have to
cool,
find. It's a fun little scavenger hunt. It's a surprise
Ooh, a
too
fun
that will
little
help us
scavenger
later.
hunt. Nice. Okay, John's just gonna fly right up in this little nook. He's just gonna put himself like out of reach of most things and just be kind of flying over in the corner here, under this rampart.
Okay. All right. Is that it for your turn?
That's it for my turn. Yeah.
It is now Scorched Adjudicator Vargas's turn.
Ooh, make a saving throw, please.
Understandable. Have a nice day. That's wisdom, right?
That's gonna be what. Yeah, wisdom. Every single time you take a turn, make a saving throw, please. Make a saving throw, please.
I failed. Okay. And what does the Frightful Presence do to me?
You were frightened.
Okay, so I can't move closer to you, right?
Oh yeah, right. John's trying to frighten everyone. John flies 60 feet straight up. Just
Okay. So Scorched Adjudicator Vargas is frightened, which you'd really hope that he had, not that, but it do be like that.
yes.
Gonna take the dodge action for the time being. Mercenary. How many mercenaries do I have? I have 2 mercs. I think I have 2 mercs. Yeah, I have 2 mercs. So I'm gonna do the one closest to you. This is just a dude with a gun. He's from some world with guns, probably Lacunas or something similar. And we're gonna do a saving throw here. A 4.
No dice.
He fails. So he is going to panically blow this horn made from the bone horn of an ancient undead dragon, and it echoes with a chilling sound that resounds throughout the entire citadel. Kind of like that, probably, maybe, I don't know. And the other mercenary is similarly going to roll a saving throw against the dragon fear. That's a success. So he is going to. It's already loaded. He's going to yell at the two Principality Knights to turn and fire, and then he's going to just shoot at you, John.
What's his is his normal range beyond 110?
No. So he'll have disadvantage on this shot.
Cool.
All right. And he's going to fire with burst fire, so he's actually going to lose the disadvantage. And Daka, 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 Daka. A 10 does not hit. Daka, 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 Daka. Does a 25 hit?
A 25. It's 2 piercing damage. Yeah, it hits.
Okay. Except it's not 2 piercing damage. How much does that exceed your armor class by?
That would be 5.
Okay. Then he hits you again.
Okay.
So you actually took 9 piercing damage.
Okay.
Yep.
So I have 5 temporary hit points left.
Yep, exactly. All right, I think that's it for my mercenaries. I don't think I have any more mercenaries. So, Asena, it's your turn. You are stuck in the portcullis. What are you going to do next?
Oh my gosh. Hold on a second.
Did you just blow your concentration?
Absolutely not. Let me ask you this, mate. Does a natural 1 automatically fail even if I roll higher than the 10?
That is correct.
Then I'm going to use an inspiration to reroll that.
Okay, go for it.
Because, of course, I would. 4.
Oh, shit. Whoops.
An 8 doesn't save, my guy.
Yeah, calm down. I'm having to use everything right now. Jeez, are you kidding me? On a Constitution saving throw on a pitiful amount of damage. All right, there you
Was
go.
that
Use
a lucky dice? Just
Yeah, it
throw
was.
more shit at it. It's fine. Doesn't bother me none. All right, so you
Of course.
don't go splat. Asena, you're stuck. You can use a bonus action to make an acrobatics check to not be stuck.
Can I? Okay, we'll try that first.
Okay, because if you want to try something cooler, I'm always open to something cooler.
I mean, I was gonna try and like bend the gate.
You can try to bend the gate. Make an athletics check with disadvantage because you are very small.
Okay.
A 10. No, that ain't doing it. That was a bonus action. You can use an action to make a
Dang it.
different skill check, or you can just do something else entirely.
I guess I'll use my action to try and squeeze out of it then.
Okay, roll an acrobatics check with advantage for being small. Natural 20.
Should have done it first.
All right, you easily roll through a big, very large building in front of you, stairs left and right. What would you like to do? You don't have a lot of movement left over. You don't have enough movement to run up the side of this because you've already used your action and your bonus action, so you can't dash.
I'll just crawl up onto Lyrus's leg.
Okay. All right. That is your new location. Lyrus, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Does being this big increase my movement speed at all?
Let me check what our friend Cersei's gun actually does.
I don't know what the and I was actually gonna ask about the large properties. Is it like the large spell with the extra D4 to damage?
You get an extra damage die.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Extra damage
No
die,
extra
nice.
speed, but an extra damage die.
How tall is this this wall? Could I get up it?
Yeah, it would take it'd be like climbing up a ledge. It'd be double movement. So
Okay,
you
cool.
could just push. You can do
Push
do a
my way
push-up.
up.
Yeah,
Oh,
getting
okay.
out of the pool without a ladder.
Well, I will climb my way up there. I guess Asena's coming along for the ride, and I could walk up to this this dragon at night and just, ooh, nothing personal. I tried to try to avoid this. As he pulls out his void swords, and I'm gonna swing.
Okay, go for it.
Question: Can we use its time to duel that was played with this Death Knight and Lyrus?
You can invoke It's Time to Duel if you want to make this a duel, but nobody else will be able to. No one else will be able to intervene.
Yeah, let's do it. Why
Okay,
not?
it's time to duel. Asena, this
Got the
one
card.
is Giga Lyrus's.
All right. Is a 19 hit?
Let me check. Also, Screw the Rules, I Have Money has now been played,
Oh.
which you can buy your way out of things. So you can just spend
What?
money. Yeah, you can spend money.
Are you kidding me?
For 10 gold pieces, you can deal an
Yes!
additional point of damage.
What?
Oh
For
my
anything
God.
else, everything's on auction. The game is now
Wait,
paid.
you can regain ability. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have 4,000 gold pieces.
Only on your turn may you use this, but yeah, it's time to duel.
Man, I would like to use gold to take a reaction to take an extra turn.
No, go away. Oh, good lord. I'll let you buy an action surge, but only on your turn. A 19 does not hit.
Does not hit. Then I would like to use an inspiration if I can.
You can.
All right. Does a 27 hit?
A 27 does hit. He raises his
Okay.
shield to block, and it just crushes downwards.
All right. I gotta roll an extra damage die on this one. I'm gonna use my green flame blade. So that's 18 so far. Green flame is, I believe it's the 2d8s, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me check that. Yeah. 13 more fire damage, and then we will throw a. Let's see. Divine Smite. I'm trying to figure out what level I want to do it at, though.
This is an undead, so, you know.
Oh.
Well,
And you're dueling.
Mm-hmm.
I am dueling. Then, then let's, you know what? Let's just throw a max Divine Smite on there. Why not?
Okay.
Why not do it?
Smites against this enemy do not deplete your spell slots for the duration
Heck
of your duel.
yeah.
But he gets benefits as well. So
That's fine.
calculate all this damage for me.
Okay. There's the, let's see. So 31, 13, 5, 62 points of damage on the first hit.
Okay. He has fire resistance, so I'm gonna give him back like 6 health.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Fire resistance. And then second swing coming in. 23 hit?
It would, except that he uses his reaction to parry.
Ooh.
Of course he does. Of course he does.
Hot dang.
Clang! Increasing his armor
Okay.
class to 26 against that attack.
Okay. All right. All right, then I will take a
Would you like
know
to buy
what?
an action surge?
Actually, instead of swinging again. No, you know what? I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna swing again.
Okay.
Trying to think this one through. Oh, I do have another inspiration, I think.
Yeah, you do. You want
That's
to burn
a good
it?
idea.
Yes.
All right,
absolutely.
that's gone. A
23 to hit.
Ooh.
And because of his, it's time to duel. He uses his a bonus reaction to parry that one. Clang, 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 clang.
All right, yeah. Perfect. That's it then.
Okay.
Would you like to buy an action surge?
I don't think I have any gold. I gave it all to the cause.
Oh, John has a lot of money.
Well, then John can spend money, but John has to spend it on his turn.
No, you're good. You're good.
You're only allowed to spend
Chad
your...
gave Mudcat some money, by the way.
They did?
Chat gave me
Yes.
money?
Yes.
How much money?
Jack gave you money.
Whatever a treasure amount of money is.
You guys are what, level 11?
12 is mine.
12 for Lyrus.
I mean, if you're gonna be giving out money,
I wish
yeah,
you
sure.
guys could see the horror show that I'm seeing every time Mudcat just starts freaking out all over their screen.
Dude, I know, it's actually kind of fantastic. Okay, Mudcat, you're gonna roll for a level 12 character. You are gonna roll 1d100, please.
All right. 24.
24. Okay, you're gonna roll 1d6 times 100.
What?
You have 400 electrum pieces. Roll again.
The D100 or the D6?
The d6. And
Six.
600 gold.
Dude! Wow!
Okay.
An action
How much
surge
does an action
costs
surge cost?
500 gold.
Let's do it.
Okay. Ding, gone. You now have 100 gold and 400 electrum. Go ahead and take a second action.
Okay. This time, bonus action, Hunter's Mark.
Okay. Target locked.
And then for swing.
There we go.
Yeah, 31.
No
to
parrying
hit.
your way out of that.
Perfect. That plus the extra damage die, plus those, plus this. $45, but he's resistant to fire, so 40 points of damage on that hit.
Yep. And you
Swinging
added the hunter's mark
again.
in there, right?
Oh yeah, I forgot the hunter's mark. My bad. Actually, just did that. Three more. Okay. Swinging again. 19's not gonna do it.
19 does not
And-
hit.
All right, that's it then.
Okay. You hit him twice, and retaliation has been played, as well as it's time to duel, which means that at the end of his turn, at the end of your turn, he's going to
He's
attack
out of
you.
reactions, mate.
Yeah, but it's time
Says
to
you can
duel.
use your reactions.
It's time to duel, my guy. The duel is he gets unlimited.
You don't
smites.
understand. It's a duel.
Exactly. All right, so he's going to attack you twice with his longsword.
Okay.
Yo!
Yeah, that'll hit.
I'm just going to check real quick if anybody has disadvantage. Me. Oh, damn. That gives you more gold. Unlucky.
And an inspiration.
Yeah. Yeah, they're dunking on it. Okay, so that is a hit for a total of 17 plus 15 is 32 plus 21
40,
product.
53 points of damage.
53 points of damage.
53. I will use a reaction to use my Stone's Endurance to reduce some of that damage
Okay,
by 14.
let's go.
Max.
It makes a second retaliatory attack. Does a 21 hit?
21 does hit. What was the total damage on that first one again? Sorry.
53.
53.
And another 30 from this.
Okay.
And he does not get unlimited smites or anything like that.
Perfect. Love that.
Okay, John. Every single
Yep.
one of these skeletons is going to shoot at you.
Okay, they all have to make a saving throw against being feared.
I'm not going to do that. I'm just gonna
Just assume they're all afraid of me.
I'm just gonna wing it, and I'm gonna roll like a bunch of dice now, okay? Because
They
there's
are
Okay.
afraid of you.
there's 15 in
Just-
each group, so I'm gonna roll 30 d20.
Okay, all of them with disadvantage, by the way. So enjoy that. Also, if they're not using longbows, if they're using short bows, it's a disadvantage anyway, so that'd be double disadvantage.
Yeah, it's short bows.
Then I'm out of their range. They're having to attack from a long distance.
Yep. Okay. What's your armor class?
Right now, it's a 20.
Okay. Out of this whole, because I'm not gonna roll. Yeah. Out of this whole thing, I'm gonna give them. They've got a 19 and.
I have no idea what you're doing here. This doesn't make any sense.
They
Taking
hit you
damage?
4 times.
Sure.
For 26 points of damage total, non-magical. And I'm just gonna ignore all these other skeletons, except for these 3 who are on the gigantic big, the BFG, who are gonna attack with disadvantage as they fire the ballista at you. And it goes.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say, how about this? I'm gonna use my shield. None of these attacks hit me because they're not gonna
Okay.
hit 25.
Okay, done. So everybody on the planet aims every gun at you and just.
Yeah.
And they just all bounce off of you. Although I am going to give the Principality Knights a shot here.
Yeah, give him a shot.
And they also have to
Roll
make a save
for-
against disadvantage. Yeah.
Roll for fear, yeah.
Yeah, these guys actually matter. I am going to roll these guys. You know what I mean?
Go for it. Go for it. Roll them. Let's see it.
They are. Do they seriously have nothing for this? Yeah, they don't. Okay. Yep, they're feared. So they turn the gigantic bone ballista around and fire it at you.
Yes.
And it bounces off harmlessly. And these guys over here are going to shoot at the gigantic freaking bear. But they have disadvantage as well. I'm assuming a 12 misses. Yeah, 12 misses. It bounces off. And on this platform over here, they're... Oh, no, that one's busted. See? It's completely broken. All right. That's it for all the skeletons that are meaningfully in play at the moment.
Yeah.
Now it is the Draconic Death Knight, who is going to... Immune to Frightened. Okay, so we're not going to worry about that.
Okay.
Okay. The Death Knight is going to use Staggering Smite.
Ooh.
And this is going to be attached to an attack. So do I hit?
8. What was it? 14?
I'm rolling the actual attack now. A 22.
Oh, sorry. 22 does hit.
Okay. Roll a Wisdom saving throw, please.
Wisdom saving throw. Where'd you go? Oh god. I have an inspo. Using
Okay.
it.
Yep. Go for it.
Okay.
17's better.
Yep. A 17 saves. You take... Oh no, it just hits. It just does the damage.
Hey, mate.
Oh, it
real
just
quick.
does it. I'll make
Yes.
Can I do something here?
What do you have in mind?
So John has already supercharged himself, and so normally I only have a range of 30 feet. Would I be able to spend an inspiration to where John can increase the distance throwing his shield onto the bear for this?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna pop an inspiration. John's gonna use his reaction, and he's going to throw his shield on the bear. So John goes down to 18, and the bear gets a +7 to his AC
Okay.
as his shield spell riding on his shield protects him until the beginning of John's next turn.
All right. What's your armor class now, Mudcat?
27.
Good luck, Chuck. 2 more swings.
Nope. Nope.
God damn it!
That's okay. It just saves me from having to tell you I'm resistant to psychic damage.
Oh, naturally. Okay. All right. Well, burn another resource, but that's it for your boy. It is now Cersei's turn.
Yay, Cersei!
And she is going to activate her flying. She's still invisible. She's going to
Yes, she
activate
is.
her flying boots.
I think Asena is too, actually.
Yeah, I think Asana is still flying. Is still invisible.
Just attached to my life.
Yep. All right. Wait, no. Undo that. All right. She has a fly speed of 40. She's going to fly up to here. And she's scouting at the moment. She's like, don't want to die here. We just shot a lot. Don't have enough cover. What about over here? She's just going around scanning for targets.
God damn it, Cersei.
Well, if she takes a shot, she's gonna get like peppered.
No, it's a good call. It's a good call.
And now it is time for Aulus the Kindler. This is the guy that you saw claiming the false ewer earlier. He's gonna roll a saving throw against the Dragon Fear.
Yes. Fear my dragon aura. You weird short guy.
A 21.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay.
I ain't afraid of no guy.
Okay. He invokes the glory of humanity to smite these foes and strike them down for all time. And he casts Sunbeam, the power of the sun in the palm of his hand. And John, he's going to fire it at you. Roll a... Ooh,
It has a 60-foot range. I'm 120 feet in the air.
Understandable. Have a nice
So-
day. Okay, well, you know what doesn't have that? Fireball. He casts Fireball. He's going to shoot a Fireball. Just Fireball. Just Fireball.
At me?
At you. Airburst
You
Fireball.
foolish fool. You foolish fool.
How is he supposed to know?
Ooh, John rolled a natural 1. Like you think I'm going to keep that. Are you kidding
I
me,
just want
Johnny?
to. I just want to take everything you have. That's the whole point of
Take
this.
everything I have. That's fine. Take everything I have.
Was that a luck die?
22. No, it's just an inspiration.
Okay. Yeah. A 22 dodges, and you have evasion. So the fireball
Evasion,
goes off.
so yep.
Huh.
As this fireball explodes in the air, John does that cool little like whoosh anime thing where the explosion happens and he just flies like right through it like you pitiful fool.
Your measly human weapons cannot harm me, for I am John Carmichael, destroyer of worlds and annihilator of your stupid keep.
Sorry, I'm not on your same service plan. I'm roaming right now. I didn't get that.
We are going to beat you to death.
Understandable. Have a nice day. All right, the two Principality Knights who failed their saves and are afraid. I already made them shoot you with a gigantic freaking gun, so that's it for them. John, it's your turn. Followed by Scorched
Yay.
Adjudicator Vargas and the mercenaries, then Asena, who is now on top of the keep. John, what'll it be?
Well, John's shield is back, so Lyrus isn't super bear anymore with the AC. And gosh, looking at this, there's a lot of people around here that need doing, but
This is a
Lyrus
target-rich
seems
environment.
Lyrus seems fine.
Mhm.
I can't see anybody else other than Lyrus. So just to remind me, mate, we've got what appears to be a flaming magic user here. These are like gun mercenaries, these two here. And then
Yeah.
we've got people in charge of cannons or big old ballistas there.
Yep.
Oh, and then who was this again? This was the candle person?
Yeah, Candle Jack is over there.
Candle Jack's over there. Okay. Well, like you said, you know, it's a pretty target-rich environment, so I feel like John needs to not die. So he's going to go ahead and use his action in order to use one of his Warlock spells to cast Mirror Image on himself.
Oh, yep. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That
So,
that
you know, if I'm going to keep drawing aggro, I might as well, you know.
how many mirror images does that give you?
It gives me 3. So if you wouldn't mind copying 3 Johns, that would be kind of cool.
Here, there's 3 Johns. I'm not copying you.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go. Understandable. Have a nice day. And yeah, John's gonna go ahead and how much money was it to take another turn? By the way, because I have a lot of
500
money.
Gold.
I have 18,000 gold.
500
mate.
gold
That's
for an
enough-
action surge, not a whole turn, just another action.
Oh, okay, an action surge. But is there a limit to how often that can be done? Because I
Until
can
I-
just take care of this entire fight, like right.
Yeah, but that wouldn't be fun for anybody else. So do it once.
Oh no, of course not. Of course not. Okay. Yeah, no, good call, good call, good call. So John's just gonna keep flying further up. John just goes way, way up into the air. Now he's at 170 feet up in the air.
Okay.
And oh wait, he can't shoot anybody from up there.
Correct.
Interesting, interesting, interesting. John's gonna use another. Wait, no, they saved. He can't use another fighting presence. Damn, that's unfortunate. Ooh, I know what John's gonna do. He's gonna just dive down. Instead of going up, he's gonna go down.
Cool.
John's just gonna go right in. Candle Jack is alone. Well, he's got skeletons, but what does Candle Jack's thing seem to be, by the way, mate?
He's got
Do you
axes.
know? Got axes?
Mhm.
That doesn't really tell me a whole lot.
And a candle for a head.
Okay. Well, John's gonna fly over to, let's just say here. He's 110 feet up in the air. He has 60 feet of fly movement. He's gonna go 15 feet down to where he's 95 feet in the air.
Mm-hmm.
And how high up is this thing? Is this 20 feet off the ground?
Yeah.
Okay. Then yeah, John's just gonna.
As you get closer
That
to
was
this
his
man,
action.
you see he is barefoot. He's got wild red hair, and there are shackles, broken shackles on either of his hands. And he's got sort of a manic look in his eye.
Okay. John's going to shoot him.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
You sure about it?
Yeah, John's gonna shoot him. He's gonna go ahead and spend 500 gold to take another action. Pete, what are you doing over there? What's happening? Why do you keep rolling initiative?
Ignore the initiative. I'm rolling to see if Candlejack wakes up. Shoot this guy.
All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and activate.
He uses
Charge
warding
of
flare.
Frontaka. The hell does that do?
Suddenly, the flashing light of the sun hits you in the face, and your attack has disadvantage.
I'm not within 30 feet, my guy. I'm like 90 feet up in the air.
Ignore me. I thought you were flying all the way down. Ignore me. Carry on.
No. So normally this would be disadvantage because, you know, I'm cool like that. They're made normally, so I'm going to shoot him the first time. I'm missing this. Hold on. There we go. It should not have Tiamat's Curse. I did not put Tiamat's Curse on him. So ignore 4 of that. Please make a... Oh, does a 24 hit, by the way?
Yes.
Cool.
He's wearing
All right,
half
that was
plate.
1. This is 2. And here's 3. All right, so that all hits. Make 3 wisdom saves, please. DC 18.
Oh, this should be 5 higher. So 21,
Oh, okay.
26.
Why does everybody that you play
15.
have like a huge save? All right, cool. So that's
This
27
guy's a cleric,
points of
that's why.
damage. 22, so that's 49 points of damage plus 15. What was that? 44 points of damage.
Okay, 44
Does he have
total?
resistance to psychic?
No.
All right, so 44 points of damage there. And wait, did I miss something? No, I didn't. Yeah, I did. That's 33 plus 27. Sorry, 50 points of damage.
Okay. And give me the rest of this, the psychic damage separately, if you don't mind.
Oh, okay, sorry.
No, have you already
Okay.
done all the math? It's fine. It doesn't
Yes,
have
I
to be
did all the math.
Great.
The math,
Total
the math is
was?
all done. 50. Total was 50.
Okay, cool.
Yes. And does anything else? I have a bonus action left. Do I want to do anything with it? Oh, yeah, I want to do something with it. John is going to use a investigation check to just see if these stupid little things have any weaknesses.
The
He notices that this one over here is broken. Huh? No.
the machines.
The ballistas, yeah.
Yeah, with the targeted, roll that investigation check. If you succeed, then you'll realize what a targeted strike can do.
That should be disadvantage, so 19.
Yep. Yeah, you can deal double damage to them when you target them.
Oh, cool. Great. That's it for John.
All right. Candlejack can't do anything, unfortunately, for his day. And this mercenary, who's pretty... How far away are you from this merc?
90 feet up in the air.
Okay. He's going to shoot his assault rifle at you. Burst fire. Daka. Does an 18 hit?
No dice.
Daka. Never mind. Not enough Daka. All right.
Not enough DACA.
This guy over here is going to get away from you and go to help against the gigantic freaking bear that seems to be trying to kill everybody. So he's running. He doesn't realize that it's a duel. Oh, also, retaliation is still active this round. So Aulus the Kindler gets to retaliate against John Carmichael with a Word of Radiance. John, roll a con save.
Is John within range?
Is that really 5 foot on the range on that?
Yeah, it's like a little... Also, mate, I'm sorry. John is actually, because it doubles his movement speed, he's 160 feet up.
Okay, is that out of range of Sacred Flame? Yes, it is. All right, ignore me. Anyways, up here on the rooftop, Mercenary's done. Asena, it's your turn. You're invisible. You're in the middle of this duel. You're on his leg. What would you like to do? There's a lot going on.
I would like to not be small.
Well, you're going to have to get help with that.
Unfortunate.
You still have your psychic connection open, even though you haven't been talking into it.
Yeah, sure. That's not going to be a problem. How far am I? God. Okay, I'm gonna go run over to her.
Okay, so you jump down, like slide down, or just leap and roll, whatever. You can do it.
Yeah.
Because there's a big jump between here and here. Go ahead and move yourself over there.
We land right here, and I'm gonna try and like get her attention.
Psychically, you're just waving your hands invisibly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh shoot! I forgot I was invisible.
She has the goggles that can see invisibility. She's the
Okay.
only member of the team that actually can see everyone before they went ham. She turns around, looks over at you, waves, because she's still invisible, right? Yeah, the two of you are still invisible. So, actually, you can't see shit. So never mind.
I guess I didn't. Didn't even. How would I have known that she was over there?
Good point. Good point. Got any
Your
other
brain. You got your brain.
Yeah. People are gonna get angry at me.
Uh-oh. What are you gonna do?
Okay, wait.
You were
I
here.
didn't know that she was over there, so.
You start out here.
If you really want, I could just kick you somewhere.
Use a reaction to just, there's something on my leg.
I have to look up how.
Lyrus, you're up next, by the way.
Okay.
Do I have to know where she is if I wanted to use the distance quill?
Ooh. No, I don't think so.
Okay, so let's say I'm right here.
Mhm.
Well, yeah. This was a thing you gave us to where we could write
Yeah, I remember.
to someone.
Yeah, you can remotely write.
So can I just write to her? It says, "Make me big, please. I need to punch people with big fists," and underline big.
Okay. So you start writing this down, and you have no idea what surface it's going to appear on. And then moments later, through the the psychic connection that never actually got closed, you hear, What's this crap on my lenses? I can't see anything.
It's me.
Oh, yep, be right over. Unfortunately, you're gonna have to wait until her turn.
I know.
So you've taken no actions. Is there anything else you want to do? You saw this mercenary running this way. You're still invisible and you're tiny.
Yeah.
But still lethal.
Tiny, but fierce. What would you like to do?
And what about this guy?
This
He
guy?
looks hurt.
Yes,
Yeah.
He's in a 1v1.
It's a 1v1. He's in a
dueling.
duel.
Is that what's happening?
Yes. As you're just attached to the leg and this like clink, 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 just like, how do I get big so I can punch people? Not paying attention at all to what's actually going on.
Yeah. I don't think I should do anything because like what if I go too far and she can't find me? I also don't know where she is. I think she's just gonna wait here.
+1 XP. Counterpoint, tiny invisible Asena jumping from on high onto this guy's face like the squirrel from National Lampoon's Christmas movie.
Pretty cool.
Oh, true.
And
This
you gain
one's,
advantage.
but
Yeah,
he's
that-
in a 1v1.
No, this guy down here. The mercenary.
That's what-
Yeah, it'll be harder for her to find you, but it'll be pretty cool.
Fine.
Okay.
And you could spend money to eat him.
That's true. You can spend money to eat him. All right. You fall.
Why would I eat him?
This is
Why
like a
wouldn't you
meta-
eat him?
You're a squirrel. You're a weird devil squirrel. I don't know.
Asena just going full chest burster, just like. All right. You fall with the wind rushing past you, invisibly careening towards this person who has no idea that you're on your way. Add your sneak attack to your damage and roll to hit.
Yes.
Okay. 17 points of damage with the first attack. That should also be at advantage,
Oh,
but not a sneak attack.
I'll just roll it again.
We'll take the better of the two. Okay, we're going to take the first one. 12 more points of damage. Do you want to use your bonus action to attack again?
Sure.
Okay. Also with advantage. There we go. Now we're
There we
talking.
are.
And you get your little astral that locks onto him, which is what, 2d8 force
Yes.
damage?
Yes.
So roll another 2d8 as he gets wrapped in astral chains. And do you want to spend a focus point to do one more attack?
Yeah.
Okay, roll it. Also with advantage.
Destroy this person. Tear them asunder. Yes.
All right, you fly from above and just land on him. Your legs wrapped around either side of his neck. Then you turn on invisible, and he's just staring at you as you start punching him in the face over and over and over. He's so
52 points of
staggered by
damage.
the attack, you reduce him down to 0 hit points, that he
Oh my
stumbles around
gosh.
in circles and then walks off the edge, splattering down on the ground below with a crack.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
You can either ride the corpse on the way down, or you can dismount here.
Ride the corpse.
I'm not riding the corpse. What? I don't know what that said.
Be lucky
More
if you
pizza.
do. More pizza, please. All right. So are you good with your turn?
Is my whales from the grave like an action or something?
I think it just goes off, right?
It just happens. Yeah.
Once I kill someone.
Yeah.
Haha.
You just killed someone.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, could she use whales on this barrel and blow
Yeah.
up the barrel?
Oh.
Depends
yeah.
entirely on whether this barrel is immune to what? Necrotic damage?
Why would a barrel be immune to?
It is necrotic damage.
What kind of barrel is this?
Blow
Okay.
up the barrel!
You can roll half your sneak attack damage.
I mean, it says it has to be a creature.
It does have to be a
Oh,
creature. This
oh.
is not a creature. Yeah, that's true. It's
Are
not.
you sure it's not a mimic barrel? It could be
It's
a
not
mimic,
a mimic
barrel.
barrel. Can confirm, not a mimic.
Unfortunate.
So you could drop it on one of these skeletons if you felt like it.
Yeah.
So I think it's just 1d6, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
One.
A 1.
But it's a
Just-
minion, so you just sort of
Hey!
flip it away and it collapses. There's like 50 million
Get
of these things. You're higher
some.
level than them. You just. Is that it
Nice.
for you, Asana?
That's good, yeah.
Okay. Lyrus, it's your turn. Finish him.
How's he looking, by the way?
Oh, beat up. Absolutely
yeah.
messed.
Swing away then. There was that.
20.
Is it 20 hit?
Parry.
Of course.
Miss.
Oh, 16's not gonna hit, but I think there's an inspo up for grabs in chat, so I'm gonna steal it.
Okay. Yep, it was Streamless card was played, so it's all yours.
27.
Can't parry that, you filthy casual. Go for it.
Woo!
All right. That's
Don't forget your extra. Yeah, you got your extra damage die in there.
that
for
was.
your
and then
lord. You got Hunter's Mark, and
then
you have free smites as long as you're still in this duel.
Flame Blade, and then we got this.
Give him the wog! Give him the wog!
1.
And I'm taking half the
Plus
damage.
6 fire.
Mhm.
So 27, 37, 43 points of damage on that hit.
43. Retaliatory strike.
Okay.
Swing.
Mate, he can't have any reactions left.
It's a duel. That's his special he gets for being in the duel.
Okay. He gets infinity reaction.
Yes. 22 points of damage plus that psychic damage I rolled like 5 years ago. Where the hell is it?
22 points of damage.
Mhm.
And then the psychic will be halved for me.
Yeah, but
Mate,
like-
was that the staggering smite? It was 14, so 7.
thank you. Yeah, so 7, and you already made your save against it, so you're fine. All right.
Okay.
Anything
So
else?
I don't
from our
take
hero?
the 7, or I do take the 7.
You take the half. You take the half.
Okay, the half. Okay.
So it was
that
3
was
now?
2 swings, right? Or did I make?
Yeah, that was 2 attacks
sorry.
you made.
All right, we'll go for the third. Oh God.
There's nothing in the tank as far as
Nothing.
I know.
Nothing there.
Okay.
There was wait. There was one more inspiration to whoever needed it. Did any of us
That's
take
the one.
that?
You
That's the
just
one I
burned
took.
that.
Oh, you took it.
Yeah,
You
that's
Would you
took
like
it?
to buy an inspiration for 500 gold? Or an action surge?
I'm pretty sure I've got
Yeah, buy an
400
action
gold.
surge.
250
I've
for
got
the
four-
inspo.
I've got 250 for the inspo.
No, 100.
Wait,
100 for the inspo.
Wait. Didn't someone else buy another treasure for him? I thought someone else bought another treasure
That's
for him.
true. Roll
Oh, boy.
2d6 times 100.
There we go. Thank you.
Okay, add another 1,000 gold to your inventory. Inspirations are 1 or 100, and action surges are 500. What
Take
are
the action, sir.
I mean, you can,
I'll take
both.
one of
You can
each.
do both. Yeah, one of each.
I'll
please.
take one of each.
Oh my.
Yeah, absolutely. Reroll that attack.
Why not?
All right. 30's gonna hit.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
I think he's dead.
There we go.
Oh my
Gotta
gosh.
click so many things here.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so we got 18 plus 30, 48 points of damage. Oof. Yeah, 48 points of damage. Wait, I didn't count the 9,
Yeah, you can
so
stop counting.
57.
It's fine. You can stop counting. That's okay.
You sure?
Stop! He's already dead.
However, he gets one last retaliation as he dies.
Of course he does.
Yeah, he does. So, as he dies, the light from his eyes flares upwards, just extracting his undead soul, and it coalesces into a ball of green and black hellfire that pulses above his corpse. And that's all.
Cool.
No big deal.
Yeah, I guess I'll save that gold for now.
That's
I'll
a
take
good
the
call.
action surge.
Okay, so you're not going to take the action surge?
Yeah, I'll save the gold for now.
Okay. Is there
I don't think
anything
it's
else-
worth knocking out all these minions.
Is there anything else you'd like to do in your turn?
You have movement. Don't forget.
Oh, I do have movement speed. How
The duel is over.
far are these guys? I can get just to this guy here. I don't know if it'll cost me movement to jump off of this.
No, but it will look cool, and you will take falling damage.
Yeah, that's okay. I wanna jump and smash this guy on the corner. 'Cause that's I can land right here. I can go for 40s right there. So
Okay, you take 20 points of falling damage.
okay. That's a
Ow.
bad idea.
Because he's large.
You got a healing boost.
Oh, yeah, how much healing do I get?
2d4 plus 2, probably.
2d4.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
a potion.
Cool. That'll
Cool.
help.
Yeah, so you take 15 damage.
Wait, these are 50 feet high?
Yeah,
Wow.
that's why you couldn't see eye to eye with that guy. All right, and
Don't you ignore the first 10 feet of falling, or is
Nope.
that not a thing
Nope.
anymore? Dang it.
you can
Oh
if it's
my
10
gosh.
feet or less, you take no damage. If it's more than 10 feet, you
Ah.
take the additional damage.
Gotcha.
All right,
Oof.
Mudcat, what do you got left in the tank? Are you landing on this dude, or do you have attacks left?
No, that was just movement. I can land literally right on top of him.
Okay. All right, you crush him instantaneously because you are large and he's a skeleton. Crunch.
Woohoo.
Is that it for your turn?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Skeletons. They are going to swarm into combat. Whoop. Hold on, I gotta send you to the back. Get him!
Should have action surge.
You'll be fine. They have disadvantage in all of this
That's true.
because John is still within sight.
Oh, it doesn't have quite enough movement to get into range. Unlucky. But this guy does. And the rest are just crowding around you like that scene from Jason and the Argonauts.
They just keep moving in slowly but surely.
Mm-hmm.
Having fun
Charge.
playing with the toys, mate.
Yeah, okay, so how many are here? Let's just do some quick maths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Cool. /R 16d20. Watch the machine grind to a halt.
And mate, you know they all have disadvantage, right?
Yeah, I know. None of them hit you.
Okay.
I'm just doing -5 to their attacks.
Ah,
Because
good
it's
call.
mathematically
I was gonna
equivalent.
suggest that. So hey, good call.
So
good
none of them
call.
rolled natural 20, so none of them hit.
Yay.
I like to think they're shooting arrows at me and they're just sticking into my large body.
You like slowly, the little cardboard buildings underneath that you're crushing out of your way. Asena, these two skeletons are coming to bully you.
Fine.
This one doesn't have enough movement to bully you, but this one does. It's going to swing a sword at you.
Get your sword!
Does a 17 hit you, Asena?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, you take 7
Really?
piercing damage.
Wow.
And the other one's going to shoot a short bow at you. He missed. I think that's it for all the skeletons that are meaningfully employed at the moment. Because, yeah, you're way up there, so I'm just not going to bother. All right. The Draconic Death Knight. The Hellfire Orb that was following it, that floated over it, it will now hurl itself towards the one who slew it and explode.
Oh, explode, you say?
Yes. This is a
Shreds, you say?
This is a combination of a few different things. First off, it's a 20-foot radius explosion.
Ooh.
As you kind of expect, right? Typical stuff, nothing unusual, just a freaking fireball. As it erupts over the battlefield in its unusual shades. I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw, please, Lyrus.
Okay. If you insist.
I do.
Oh, come on. How much is it, inspo?
100 gold.
Yeah, I'm going to buy one.
Okay, yep.
Give
Oh,
me
God.
money.
That's very unfortunate.
No, I've got the money.
And inspiration doesn't stack, unfortunately. So,
Oh my gosh.
How much to buy
Oh
a
my
true resurrection
gosh.
spell?
are you resistant to fire or necrotic damage?
I am resistant to not necrotic disease, damn it.
So, nothing, right?
Yeah, no, I think necrotic and fire both apply.
Okay.
Oh.
And as the Draconic Death Knight breathes its last and unleashes this hideous fireball of green and black swirling necrotic flames, and it engulfs the courtyard with a tremendous boom, completely surrounding the towering werebear and cooking all the skeletons into glass. We're going to continue the battle next week on Coriander Society Adventures. Yeah, sorry about that.
This is all casual.
I figured,
Yes.
What a cliffhanger.
it's better to end before we finish doing the math on air. That's how I feel about things.
You just didn't want to do math.
I don't know. Math
Are
is
we
hard.
still live?
Yeah, oh yeah, we're still live.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. We sounded pretty not live for a second.
Oh no, we're still up and about and doing stuff. Yeah, so grand finale next week. That work for everybody? Anyone got any conflicts?
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
All right.
88 points of fire necrotic damage.
Yeah, but it's cool. You killed the
Dude.
guy. It's fine. You killed
Yeah.
him. It doesn't matter anymore. Besides, this is all just
Oh
the
my
prelude for
gosh.
Ralzamon showing up.
I know.
This
I
isn't
know.
even the fight.
Cool. Well then,
Well done, mate. This looks cool as all get up, by the way.
Thank you. I'll credit the artist. I recently joined another Patreon because I have an unspeakable craving for maps. It's like a sickness at this point.
Yes.
But yeah, we'll pick up. We'll resume. I wonder where Ralzamon is. Can't possibly imagine where on this map Ralzamon might be. It's a complete mystery. But yeah,
Interesting.
we'll resume next time. Thank you everybody for joining us on Casters and Castles and D20 Deathmatch, Fate of the Faithful, grand finale next week. Be there or be square.